98.9 FM. And Danquah.
Umemfa enasie ni ayeye emfama David Nyamia wedi ama ya fimu ama ye niema nyinara ayeye ye koda se awufu a na ye nim baabi ye kra ye nipadua ne ye honhom wo no onyankopon no wono na onim ne ye no ye ma ne ma wakasa eye niema miensa ya bomu bio amene ye gusuti ase tekere mada bodue moja di mu minu mienu ye mu afurusa ne yetimi kasa ye soro ya home yetimi anante ye ko ye nyuma hodo so a e wo se wono nko an ye de na ase e ma no wono nko an wo se ekoto no ne epagya no e bi se wono nko an wo ye entie nei meka asem ba ko pe na akere wona no pai se emfa waseda enkonkoma honi ni biara emfa waseda nkoma obi biara waseda manyankopon soro hene otwedi ampon obo wo wono an ye koso wabrabom nyina no wonim Etanu osuru eye ne tena bia na sase ye ne naso ntiaso no wono no adi amayen no bekoso adi amayen ye mamu ache mamu akwa abamfamra happy morning show no na no pay ye from Kwadwo Sefah Danquah enya me kwa ne medi dwumade Fati Shaibu-Ali Raymond Nyamador womo so kam ho adi dwumade bebrem na no pay Maminka will say you call ACP retired Victor Tandoho, no the road safety tidbit abre. Any ACP didn't come over here. Now yeah the headlines of the newspapers no abre at here for. Just after a year, the newspaper headlines, you know. Fati Shaibu-Ali, what the a year social media trends in the bread here for live on the show this morning, 7 o'clock pepe. Nah, yeah the a year sports update in so abre war. Wosubanya kwanya fraba jumadi ni so bra you be tetifo humana tumu Ghana kasamre ensemo ye bebrobro so nia ebia yantumi anka jumadi ni so no wosubanya kwanya no wakyere wadwene wo ho nemom kai se ename exclusive interview e wo show ni so a me catcher so bomodin a we wan so na tie izan se ensemo e koso with regards to governance and security e wo maimu no and then pay your government spokesperson on governance and security. Ura Pelgrave, watch it Danquah. One no about the kind of video more, you know, better drink come It's your free Sabria coping ben on Crumber Bonnet, dear Minumi Noir, and Yensha Jumadian as your best companion for the morning is the Happy Morning Show. Otienka, our Happy 98.9 FM, Nisim 100.1 FM, or Tamale, Nisim 95.9 FM, our Bolga Tanga. Ebraso say ye ko na ye ni ACP retired Victor Tando e kwa chuchenkomo na road safety tidbits no what they abraying. Yango ACP retired Victor Tandoho na yenyi road safety tidbit ene anope ACP anope yemwache emwakwa babio eba happy morning show so.
Mejo so this year.
Na mijini se apomi oboko di ACP.
Ya menchade mpacho
ye da oba de ase anope ya wada mze ye ko weekend numu anesa pacho enfa na odi ye fa wada roma.
Yo me de wase it my for more happy for momo. Ene mo duma pa mo je si mani so amoji ede boa mo man amo fa mo de na mo ye so mo ye no fefe the saint nyame nkosara nka mo ho onkoso enkire mo hwem onkoso nti na nimu so enkire mo etie fa mo che jumede anapai ma mo nyina ache mama cha de hye ede mo be se medi kesi so Happy FM 98.9 and the pay and the new boss, Raymond, Sefah, Danquah, and the tea a demo. O maternity a buono, Bini Isaac Ade, Raymond Nyamador, and a rapapa Fati Shaibu, Ali. Mzafo de amiase. So ni edin ye. Ene eye ebon bosumene da etoso etum. Ai. Esi ye nante kwenim, ye nante nko eti. Ede amiase so ni edin ye. Oni edin ye. Na menchia police lawyer for mpeni for omukọ ma hu die mu. E ma omu nyina atia no pay. Lawyer KK Amoa. Mo atia no pay. Oni ebusiafo. Lawyer Safo Ajimai. Mo atia no pay. Oni ebusiafo nyinada. Lawyer Avoga. Mo atia no pay. Lawyer Sapon. Ma mo nyina atia no pay. Ya menka mo nyina ma ho. Mo dos ye police for lawyer for the yaguro mo dos. Ya menka mo nyina mo nhehira mo nyinada. Ebusiafo na dia atia no pay. Aya sora odim. Aya tutu enani tutu ensei. Ye wogidi so bibia e correct. Ye de amiase. Na hin eni ye kro. Na ye kwa ibeko ne sen. Ena ye banso a ye ban sen. Ye kwa ibeko ne sen ye banso ya ban sen. Ye de amiase. Ye de amiase. Ni nyina ne se bisafo na tiefo. Ye beko so nya afiyei. Ye beko so nya afiyei. Ehia papa se be ma afiyei. Ayi akono. Na bribia mu no ye di anantie. Ye ni sa ebeboa. Mo nam kaso akwaso. Mo ene cha afiye ni abutra mo we. Isa se kaso akwaso pa na no. Hey. So ya me pase mo. Ana me pese me so no me bihwe. Fa kaso akwaso na ofi kaso eba. Ena hu se yes. 98.9. O na bukwaso. Esa o kodia ene dem o kodia dem fi se no du kaso. Na na pase pa so fi kaso eba. No say yes. Enka kaka na bedru o to boot o. Ede ba Michigan o say home baby no. Hey. Engineer for mo o mai munukuri ni e ho de e ya ma mo feli o. Ma mo feli. Obi na se wo se ma dua insiso. E ho de ase mo ya feli. Ho kwan kakra. Ase mo ya feli. Mo me nse mo nyem feli nwie. Mo feli nwie. La mo yire mo ho. Esanse ho no. Ya yo how. And visibility for no ebe ko ho no mo a akoboa ke no so ye. Na me hu police for no igina ta intersection nim ho no. O try to book to bar intersection bi ho. Ka no se enim ho yet awie na nko a. Na e mo yi for na se se ni o mo fi akra e ba no. Ho no aye single carriage way. No bia ko o e ba sa obi a ho are papa. So na police for akoji ho no mo aboso. Udru so open wompo. Carry on, go forward. Paul is so quite. A bit me for more than 5 to 10 minutes. On 2 car. That's any more issue. At a message, a place one day who be dear. And then KD Gina, normal diverting, I quite necessary, mama alarm. As I said, then you know, no more do a council at the end of her yard. I said, Fati will be happy in the lane. And can come. Now, I hope so. I'm not editing. I'm not editing, Papa. And I know I send this year, Memendano. This year. Nana, I for fronty, and to me, I'm also, say, I tell the best I now can. I am to share, and you know, me, Obino Unia Penny. Obino Unia Penny, a 7 of a rating. It took coin, near Nukunia Quenchia. Bumbrain. Alaji idi penny ankasa, alaji idi kitwa ankasa. Alaji pone mienu ina amaila ya media. Dema bisafone shedding papa. Dema shedding. Na almost idi akutin pa wo MPP amanyukunum. Enti nse MPP ponye ye kesiye ya nyina shedding. Nkrema pa mambrenti. Omedi hospital ya adiachi ya na o ma de ma onum kosie ɔmo hyɛden nti akwanhyia no abusuafo sɛnea ɛka no yɛka no sɛ yɛnya hwɛ yɛnya botrɛ ne ntoboaseɛ kakra ɔyɛ akwanto a tɔdwe saa na no a na ɛkɔ baako kɔsi kɔ wei kɔ na adeɛ kyi no wei kɔ adeɛ kyi no wei nduru no so sɛ ɛkɔ na ɛkɔ nti yɛnam kwan no so a ɛbɛkɔ so aserɛ paa sɛnea ɛtie biara no sɛ kwan no da mu o sɛ nna mu o sɛ kwan no yɛ o sɛ kwan no nyɛ o yɛhwɛ yie na ɛso anwonwasɛm no sɛ ɛkwan a ɛyɛ no akwanhyia ntansi so o nti a na ebisa sɛ ɛkwan no ɛyɛ no koraa no yɛntutu so anaasɛ ɛnyan ɛkwan yɛ papa no na akwanhyia si so na sɛ hɔ ɛne yɛtumi tene yɛn nan mu ɛhɔ ɛne yɛtumi yɛ overtaking ne ade ne ɛka ho na ne ɛnyɛ kwanya wɔbɛyɛ dɛ wɔtumi nkran borɔno no bi so nam so a bɛyɛ na wɔtumi sa ɛhyɛn ho wɔ saa kwan wosan ho nyɛ yi nti yɛbɛkɔ so asere busuafoɔ no tiefoɔ akwanhyia si a ɛna ɛhyɛ asɛm no ɛda gyaa ɛna awerɛho nso awerɛho nyɛnya hwɛ yie ɛna no ne yɛka a afei yɛ kwan so deɛ obi ka sɛ ei saa polisifoɔ mɔka sɛ mbɛyɛ adwuma ɛnɛ yi obiara nam kwan no so hɔ a ɔyɛ serious kakra sɛ woyɛ hwan sɛ woyɛ hwan sɛ woanhwɛ a aborɔfo kasɛm you will be embarrassed nti ne nyinaa no it's a feather in the IGP's cap polisi tanyin IGP adwuma a wɔyɛ no ɛsɛ ne kɔ so ara ɛmu abɔ mu mu da kɔ so na di adwuma pa boa wɔn man afei yɛ kwan no so no sɛnea ɛkɔ so no kɔ so ara nyɛ sɛ airport hɔ no kwan no bi ɛnyɛ saa na kwan no nyinaa no ɛmfa asomdwie ɛne yɛyɔ mmara ɛfa no sɛ ɛbɛtumi afoa yi abusuafoɔ no tiefo adeɛ atim yɛsɔre ɛhe ne yɛkuro yɛkɔ a yɛbɛkɔ no sɛn ɛna yɛba nso a yɛaba no sɛn ɛsɛ sɛ ɔdomfo agya nhyɛ no ho ne onyam ho ɔnka yɛ ho ɛdwuma pɛ biara ɛsie ne so no dɛn no agya no ma no nyɛ atom ne nhyira ɛmframa yɛn
ACB anopamienta wase sɛ wogye mmerɛ na woma yɛ road safety tidbit ɛwɔ dwumadie no so na na ACB ɛnɛ Ghana ne Central African Republic bɛbɔ bɔɔl o scores no wohwɛ ahe na bɛkɔ
ɛsɛ yɛma wɔn bɛyɛ 2.5
ACB anopamienta wase nyankopɔn no ma ɔtena no fa ɛbɛsɛ hyɛ bio ACP retired Victor Tando. And I'll tell you, no, the road safety tidbits, no, and a brass say, yeah, the headlines of the newspapers, no, a bre, a TF4, and now pay live on the Happy Morning Show in home, Rachel, but yeah, the ever bro.
Happy FM 99.
Yama, a TF4, and I have from Happy Morning Show, and now pay OT and Happy 98.9 FM, Nisim 100.1 FM, or Tamale Nisim. 95.9 FM or Katanga Brasses, the headlines of the newspapers, no, a bre, a year, a tier for near for my memory, be a quaba, Fena audio, Acasafidina Toa, Fati, Shaibu-Ali, Raymond, Kwadwo, Nyamador. Yes, I'm penny when I'm new with Digimano, none of pay. Na Ray, I said,
cities na ye dey chema na
chese that's we dey anya dey ba as we from ha
ye di 99 cities so
na media
na wo nkwa we di 20 cities na ye wo si ye penifo
na Raymond dey ban ze na kokko yi mito
so na so me fan chama
that's what this is an channel ganya bone bia
no pay when channel 20 cities watching all the chairman and I'm
Yankopon mo channel pa betimi akọ na akọ akọji
na
yen church pacho apomboko de
amia domnyame na hwe ni panti we shall survive
na ura alanchamaten lead advocate party so mate
na in the party no how do they feel?
And your man,
because the thing is that Wache Jaku raised similar concerns.
Yes.
and then your seemingly main contender. Let's forget that Akumpre came second, but I mean, we all know what, also withdraws. How does that make you feel as a party? Mo feel listening. You don't think it's something to look into? Obviously, I'm not expecting someone to panic or say back or what, like don't withdraw, but it's a concern that they need to look into.
Agenda must agenda.
No, isn't that it has repercussions? If not now, it has future repercussions.
Also, the
national
agenda must
actually.
The agenda must agenda.
I was almost sure who party no. Emo amunya mo so munti obia. Chale eya aboma me why?
You see,
into
Aye.
okay.
Eya aboma me.
You know,
Party
all of a sudden,
party in response.
Nyamador, Sefah, all of a sudden, party people in the party have started preaching unity. Let's unite, because omunim say the omo year and the omo year no.
I know where you're coming from.
So all of a sudden, no, but me and the gang, no, almost say unity. But I'm telling you this, and I'll repeat this: 2024 elections never come. The NPP are putting themselves in a position where they would record the least number of votes in elections history since President Kwadwo about power. I'm telling you this. And it will be one of the elections, NDC will comfortably win 2024. The way they are going,
That's all things being equal. If as we speak now,
all things will be equal.
All things could be equal, but choice no who determine electoral fortunes.
Choice no. I mean, if the choice is
what we are
the delegates
want,
and that's the clear choice, like genuinely clear choice, that's up to them. But I'm saying that the process is not leading up to your choice, At least, concerns are abim, and in some amount for kekafa show some concern. Say you will look into it, and I say you are looking into it.
But they've shown some concern for
obviously, no. Whatever happens, the man will not come and on withdraw.
Because number one.
Why withdraw we?
Number one.
Worry.
I know the infant, but the party is saying, sir, the concerns raised in the letter announcing a year or Alan Kojo withdrawal. These concerns are being looked into. Yeah. There are two committees, as we speak now, the party say the disciplinary committee, and there is another committee, almost a course on the 26th of August 2023. And they are assuring all members of the party say will be punished. Okay. But as to the one critical question, I say how does that make them feel? No? And no Munshu say we've not seen any public show of say A, Koso, and they are remorseful and they are issuing statements to that effect in the we wait to see. Train say these committees, and then whoever is found culpable. But for me, this is my point. They won't do anything. They won't do anything. Because there is precedent. And here may be a CCR. The leadership of the party and Penyufobi rules, guidelines on the bar for the conduct of the elections. When they were telling national executives not to openly campaign for a year aspirant, these national executives openly campaigned for aspirant, moving with aspirants to different constituencies and all of that. Yeah. So they if indeed the party leadership, they would apply the guidelines no more the buy to the letter,
they should be dealt with.
They should have been dealt with. They should have been dealt with. But then you see a free to the disciplinary committee. What came afterwards? The same thing from to the disciplinary committee. They went back and did the same thing. But
Oh, Mama Shassia. Chronicle. And the Daminiman of Payas, Romans chapter 12, verse 21. Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. I know, and Nyamiasema Abano Pay. Mahama campaigns for EC, urges voters to go out and register. Driver jailed for masterminding robbery of employer. NPP promises to probe super delegates' infractions. Illegal mining in forest reserves is existential threat to Ghana. FC, Forestry Commission boss, John Alote, and all this assembly aba. And we any stories about me about the chronicle more.
The new crusading guide. Let's stay united to break the 8th Deputy Lands Minister to NPP faithful. Wisconsin University participates in 2023 All-African University Moot Court competition. So, machinations threatening party unity in NPP presidential primaries. Professor Jampo and Eka Ghana to attain observer status to Pacific Alliance. Focus on research more on ready-made herbal medicine. Thontina 74 balls charges scientist. So and other stories are. Ex-Pound Boys leader Enrique Tarrio jailed for 22 years for capital riot. Voice referendum lies fuel racism ahead of Australia's indigenous vote. Ukraine war, cyber teams fight a high-tech war on front lines. And also, Honum. So and Ubenya stories, we say bank accounts for 4.9 billion cedis of total 5.9 billion cedi value of secured loans in second quarter 2023, according to Bank of Ghana data. Finance houses record highest average lending rate of 59.2% in second quarter 2023. $600 million IMF second tranche expected in December. Two oil executives on trial in Sweden over Sudan war crimes row. At least 2 killed in Guinea anti-junta protests on eve of coup anniversary. And you know, so oil executives, oil money no, and I'm the finance war.
Yeah, possible.
Then benya wo.
Oh, sir, depending on PPR.
Unye scabro so anafe no.
Oh, there be say then you know can ABA fashion or supporting. If we have full controller, obviously, we controller was a field no super economy. Because we have financier, and I answer. And so, every man wants to see people, because we are too fun. Depending on Nipa will be winning. Now we have full control. I think that's the brain behind it.
Why are they?
Africa.
So what? Hey, oh, you feel no? Every bonnet they are so that come near Kwakusiwa. Now they come. Daily Graphic double crat and Nikutami and Anope. Banner headline that and Nemo say speak up against corruption. Some Jonah rallies citizens and groups. NDC determined to protect Constitution as he do in Katia and all this way at Twitter. Alan's withdrawal will have consequences for the NPP. Political scientists be and at work way. Tertiary business sense challenge. KNUST joins UEW UCC for finals. And no other stories are Obo Red Obo Krat and more. Ubitimi ehuna wakenkaino ebi enye. We say NDC presidential balloting postponed. And Anananke was said balloting no ekoso and so Ntimian Koso and Ra. The story comes with a picture of Professor Mike Ironokoi, chairman of the NPP Presidential Elections Committee. NDC swears in new officers and no double crater and be transparent in limited voter registration exercise. Mahama to the EC. NPP accepts Chairman Teng's withdrawal, pledges to investigate alleged acts of violence, and no daily graphic double craternum, and none pay bit to me and your beer can go. The workplace harassment produces high labor turnover legal suit. Dr. Angela Dramina Abwaje and what they same way to Eja. We will tap your expertise in technology, Dr. Baumia, to Colombian counterpart. And no nurses, 2,000 nurses seek greener pastures abroad. Ministry of Health. And I'm just asking, me patcho meeting with you. 2,000 nurses seek greener pastures abroad, according to the Health Ministry. For $6.4 million $1 million project to deepen political accountability launched. And no, a daily graphic center spread. And I know pay file bit me who now when you be a kind. The NLA under Samuel Uku 24 months on. I offer daily graphic. Democrat and a bit me in Academia. Academia industry urged to collaborate. And no daily graphic. The Democrat and BTU branch of two tech administrators suspend strike. Spew Gabra donate scholarship directory to Ghana Library Authority. Focus on innovation technology to boost a great way some of the stories of a daily graphic. The Democrat and Opaya bit me na what me enya be a kenkai.
Ghanaian Times Anope say, migration of health workers, government to halt exodus. Health Minister Kwadwo Ajimamenu and on this assembly about.
What did he say?
Or say, government to halt exodus of health workers.
How?
Story no our page 13 of the Ghanaian Times. Now, my main kakra 94 said the Ministry of Health is putting in measures to curb the mass migration of health workers into other countries and its implication for Ghana, says the Sector Minister Kwadwo Ajimamenu. He said, though health worker migration was a global phenomenon, the Ministry of Health's Human Resource Policy Direction aims to strengthen mechanisms for production, deployment, retention, and reintegration of health workforce to meet local and global demands. Mr. Kwadwo Ajimamenu made these known when he took his stand at the Meet the Press series in Accra on Thursday to provide insight into progress made by the ministry in providing good health services. Now, it was recalled that the GRNMA, almost General Secretary Alfred Tinkran Chum, disclosed that a chunk of a number of nurses sought clearance from the GRNMA Secretariat to leave the country for greener pastures. To address this, Mr. Ajimamenu said the ministry was working with local and international frameworks for health workforce deployment and reintegration, in addition to close collaboration with the Ministry of Employment and Labor Relations to streamline the migration policy to address current and future emerging trends. This, the minister said, would ensure financial and brain gain from international deployment of health workforce through mutually beneficial bilateral agreements.
Well, yeah.
Sefah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The American
Also, government started managing migration in small quantities from Ghana to Barbados. So the new strategy is that we'll engage those who need some of our nurses to see how best we would allow them go and work.
You allow them. You allow them. You have told us that obviously government cannot employ 30,000 nurses every year. So if those that you can't employ are going, you are coming to say you allow them. Into a montana Ghana, no montana, no muncho when you man are saying, hey, allow them.
Bagri Dam spillage. Residents.
Debbie. I told the beer. I am paying for no more fees. Because you will and when the next exodus no buy a car, Ghana Health Service of a catcher say, oh, nurse to a patient's ratio, dear no, dear na brusso, a brusso, ain't he? The nurses leaving this country would not have any implication on our health service and as a delivery.
Were they not even planning on striking a deal with some country?
Wait. Some be called Barbados,
giving them nurses.
And then suddenly you want to work with international and national framework to do what? We have been in this country. Last month, and a year nursing and midwifery council now Babonting Ebekan say we have lost within the past 6 months. No, we have lost about 554 specialized nurses. So when ye nurses biakeke specialized nurses, omokoin, binumko UK, binumko Canada, binumko US. And then you come and tell us,
what we said, the concern was that it is the experienced nurses
And
leaving because of poor working conditions, And they are how my and then they are how my and the new nurses are we training your they are not employed. They are going to seek employment elsewhere. There problem in here. But experienced nurses are more on the job or more year juma and can new nurses call by employer or monobase or munsa actual more ejuma nenis to know or muniwa. And then you put all new nurses there. Obviously, they will create a problem. And what seriously, what is the plan?
Yanto also Ghanaian times. Another perennial problem about Bagri Dam spillage alert. Residents asked to move to higher grounds. Now, say Nanga say Palugu no. You see, we are about to absorb Bagri Dam spillage. And that was the plan, right? That was a plan.
As in we Jama Fati,
urgent action needed to achieve.
There be I no catch them so move it to higher grounds, Higher grounds, no.
Where are the grounds? You know, this
low lying areas.
It is different from say beer natural disaster BAC winning down. And in the sense of Bagre Dam, you see you name say baby for spillage. And we all know how Bagre Dam even came into existence. Ebaya omu omu bia na aba befa amanfo nyoma any amanfo kono. Since that time, what have you done about omu te hono? Every year better how ebeba na waka say they should move omunku nkaka na omunkoyin.
Urgent action needed to achieve SDGs, UN and all this assembly about me. Adam assembly Bagre Dam so far. Ya kan ho asem aka.
So na me say
and am beka che say Bagre Dam and panacea no. Sefah ene. IGP asked to probe alleged
Bagre Dam no nya panacea.
Oh no, mo say
Pualugu multi-purpose dam.
Yes. Sorry. Pualugu. Let's see a solution. Sefah
it's dam ne way.
Dabi na Palugu na everything na meka me no sa we no me nkan wo hwe meje yama
Palugu na yehwehwe no
Palugu de o sha asase ase
Palugu dam na yehwehwe sese IGP asked
I don't know Musa vice president
I said the project no ebi obey president obey
Palugu multi-purpose dam
vice president obey president the vision ba ko Palugu okay anafati enyesa IGP asked to probe alleged suicide by driver in police cell. Driver no cell no committed suicide.
By driver in a police cell. Accra and I said a man kasim den.
Story no pete. Okay, or say a man kasim den.
Man kasim den.
Yanko him. I say. Castro laid to rest Saturday. GJ president commiserates with NTC, signs book of condolence. Now, to also say estate developer granted 500,000 CD bail for unlawful damage. Court stays motion for execution of bond against Otisha Kwesi Ekufu. DVLA facing out PVC card driver's license issued before September 2017. No. The DVLA has started phasing out the polyvinyl chloride card driver's license, which were issued before September 2017. These old cards would be replaced with a smart card driver's license, which has enhanced security features in line with Regulation 33.7 of the Road Traffic Regulations 2012 LI 2180. A statement issued by the authority in Accra yesterday asked all holders of the PVC card driver's license to submit them to the nearest DVLA office for verification and replacement with smart card driver's license. The exercise takes effect from now until March 2024, after which all PVC card driver's license shall be rendered invalid by the authority. The exercise is at no additional cost to holders. And so far, I think the BBC, you know, and some to me, a year illustrations. Oh, I say, I want to my home, dear, a year PVC, dear, what's my say, now fade,
the driver's license, the card that looks like Ghana card, you know.
Yeah.
And no more facing it out, you know. And
You see, that is where the confusion is. My name said I be before.
first, then now it's a rubber, like oma laminate. It's like a lamination.
Laminated, like old.
And omuja, and omuba, the one that looks like the Ghana card.
Card.
And so I don't know what was it.
It's an APV.
The omo can
PVC, no.
I thought that is what it is. And
PVC, no.
but I hear
But
that
cards issued
even that
before
one is
2017.
old type.
Cards
The one that
issued-
I'm saying looks like Ghana card. No, almost say old
Old
type.
type, yeah.
No,
As
almost
they say,
cards
Okoje
issued
license,
before 2017.
Issued before 2017.
2017. The issue card now before 2017.
And so, of course,
Ninyina also kokos.
yes. So it means that Bibi
Before.
Koso.
No,
Before 2017.
before because I have a 2018 license.
New license.
Yes.
And they be
And
then-
and they be smart.
That
Yes,
be-
smart.
that
Maybe you may not be
and
part
then
of it.
a year I.
Okay.
So when I went to do a new one, and I showed them the one that I ran, I had a video of it. So this is the one that I can't find. I was told that is the old type. Yes.
You took that in 2018.
Yes, I showed it to Kwame. Also for Kwame. That was done in 2018.
Okay.
Because I know prior to 2018, it was a rubber. The one I had
Yeah.
was rubber. And it's a card, there no ever.
Ever.
And then this one also no. I can't tell them say a old type. Until they have to do the new type for me.
you.
But new type in it, I mean, who be there?
Okay.
I don't know how it is. Maybe I'm sure the drivers will have the
One of
new
them
type.
may
I
have.
can't
may
be
have one.
confused. My name
Yeah. It's confusing.
I think that the DVLA should
Yeah,
do
it's
a bit
almo-
of
yeah, it's almo- yeah,
proper
education
education on
kakra.
this one,
Yeah.
sensitization on this one. Said they be driver for people because if up until March 2024, we be facing another all the driver's licenses will be one consistent DBR becomes invalid. Now as we speak now, you must have said driver for him said they need to go to their respective DVLA offices and change their driver's license.
No so challenge kakra beba.
Because Brofia actually driver for him between again. Can you me no you me and Sunny at can.
I can't
Yakra,
cry and tears.
And they need to show pictures of
Yes,
the
and
license
the
Exactly.
they are
license
talking about.
Yeah. Let's come together for Victory 2024 VIP campaign team. Now, to paper normal say urgent action needed to achieve SDGs. I kind of that. Now, I'm in core business side of the paper. No pay quickly stories. It be say lower private rural bank to initiate strategies for profitability and growth. CEO and all this assembly about Vodafone Ghana reaffirms commitment to SMEs. When you know your stories are Ghanaian Times, they are bound to pay.
The Anchor newspaper, loyalty crucial to NPP, not to individuals. Mirikuduka preaches unity. Warawara SHS student build solar-powered fountain, seek government investor support. I'm moving for more. Other stories are moving to me. Enya, ewo paper no more essay. Enquanta South Bridge collapses, 2 injured. OT Regional Health Directorate appeals for more doctors to improve healthcare delivery. 2 baby incubators serve 6 districts in Upper East Region. I will speak Tree and get it translated to English when elected as MP. Lil Wayne, Ena Eka. Cocoa Board announces September 8th as start of 2023-2024 crop season. So, and let us harness the economic potential of medicinal plant. Technology can boost our growth in Africa. Backbone and a reality zone with Vicky Reko, Ghana without waste. It is possible. When you are stories of Benya, the Yanko newspaper.
For the business find a double crash on Fantua so Bona headline SOEs seek private capital for increased efficiency and productivity. Page number 2. The story comes with the picture of a year Director General of SIGA, Ambassador Edward Boateng. Ghana to be granted observer status in Pacific Alliance, 120 awarded MTN scholarships. Other stories are Ubura, the business finder, double cratanum, and Anopea Bitmi, Ehu Akenkani. Industry leaders discuss barriers to digital payment adoption in Ghana and way forward. Digital payment in the Misramu Abao, and it's come to stay. Inti wa oye gobe. Si ebasi ebabe Tony Catros Yebemao, a mumwa, Mr. Oje. And countries in Quiz Caranian Famro. Yes, no. GIPC boss laws Ghana Club 100 members. JCCP project 55% increment in cocoa farm gate prices. And no ewoho. Other stories are Obitimi Akenkai any experts call for collective efforts to boost Africa's nature conservation, manage fisheries sector sustainably for economic development. Fisheries Minister Enodesasingwe Atu how Ghana is improving learning for every child. Open letter to Get Fit General Director. No a feature via page number 11 of the Business Finder. Double Kratano and Anno Pay Emirates United Expand Coach Partnership. Where is some of the stories are for the Business Finder?
The business analyst, my final paper, no pay stories. Essay average lending rates. Secured loans by leasing companies lowest across lending institutions. Bank of Ghana this same way about road fund levy 613.52 million Ghana cedis used for road maintenance in 2022. Report reveals. Now stop press. IGP interdicts COP Alex Mensah over leaked Buha despite ongoing parliamentary probe. Ghana Club 100 CEOs discuss public-private partnership for economic growth. Corruption and greed have eaten deep into the fabric of Ghana. Corruption and greed have eaten deep into the fabric of Ghana. Sam Jonah, and all this assembly about na story back also ewo paper no man pay or say Ghana to be granted observer status in Pacific Alliance. Nina ayon komo abepimo el paper no na say Africa Climate Summit city leaders urge investment on climate and green jobs. Na final story am the paper essay. Total value of secured loans up to 15.5%. Total value of secured loans up 15.5% to 5.9 billion in half year 2023. Bank of Ghana and all this same way about government considers plan to allow ADB take over NIB. We a reporter ABPMO and Sefah take over looming for NIB. We in the stories and pay the business analyst at Yaba.
Daybreak, IGP Kokonsate, Bugri Nabu, 8 million Ghana City Police contract uncovered. Pacific Alliance observer status for Ghana. Sam Jonah bemoans societal corruption, greed. Ewuku lobbies for Alan for Baumia. Ewuku lobbies Alan for Baumia. No ewo honum. Even an ex-spy is concerned Ukraine's assassination squads are going too far. Aung San Suu Kyi, ill but denied urgent care, says son. Cuba uncovers Russia-Ukraine war trafficking ring. And no ewo honum. Other stories are ubetumi enya ewo paper nimu essay. Nigerian Elections Tribunal rejects challenge to Tinubu's presidential win. Ghana's external debt restructuring likely to stall project financing. Harry Nadrisu Ena Eka. Baumia commissions automated premix fuel dispensing and monitoring system. United States Department of Agriculture team visit GPHA. GPHA National Fire Service collaborate in fire drill. My final paper, Daybreak newspaper.
Yanto aso ne nkwa be fontintan kese ne so na yen share from freehappyghana.com na okohappyghana.com. Some of the stories are with me who and on pay na wakenkan. Ministry of Health launches policy against abuse of antibiotics. And no IMF mission to assess Ghana's economic recovery program from September 25th, 2023. Other stories, Mahama urges Ghanaians to participate in limited registration exercise. African leaders advocate for $500 billion in climate finance as world falls behind in climate goals. Special prosecutor extends seizure of Cecilia Dapa's assets despite court order. 2 Uganda men become first culprit to face death penalty under anti-homosexuality law. We need some of the stories at okohappyghana.com and I'll pay a bit to me when I working kind.
If you heard there, I was citynewsroom.com. Stories about how say Alan could form his own party to show he's still a force to reckon with. Professor Jampo. Super Delegates Conference. We expected 70% votes for Baumia Samuel Uku. It will be difficult for Alan to accept running mate offer from Baumia Jampo. Galamsey is the worst onslaught on Ghana's public health. Sam Jonah revisits Central Medical Store fire, raises serious concern. I'm disappointed in Alan Tremantin's withdrawal. Sylvester Tete and this assembly about corruption and greed have eaten deep into the fabric of Ghana. Sam Jonah. NPP postpones balloting for flag bearer hopefuls. DVLA to phase out old PVC driver's license for smart cards. Now, NPP rejects Alan Tremantin's claims of election manipulation. NDC swears in new national executives, charges them to help them win power. Otoaso How say what Sam Jonah said at the Pharmaceutical Society Conference, full text no Ewaha. Election Tribunal rejects Peter Obi's presidential election challenge in Nigeria. And reduce your speed when approaching toll booths. Consultant cautions motorists. When I say toll booths, no, baby, na I say, can't say real mama. I say,
several times the man witness be a war a yetamamoto way. The term bound.
Into I bet Danny road. Danger. I bet any danger on the road.
Yeah, but then nuisance on the road.
And then
But there was this argument said that there's a possibility said road tolls will be reintroduced.
But said tolls, no. The where the tolls are, no.
Yeah.
Are they in the way of cars if I so? Drivers should just be careful.
No, initially no.
Because rather now I feel like even if Ankadipa Timo Muji toll na accident, you know, so I bet me I could try funny panic.
Oh yes, I have
but you see, initially no. On the two boots in a zone when you're approaching slow down.
So why can't they slow down?
But you see, Obi and Niho Bejiska into Obi at the speed you trim. Oh, just and that's
People
where
just
the
drivers
challenge
need
is.
to be cautious.
Final story: Government introduces premix fuel automation and monitoring system machine. We air stories and pay citynewsroom.com at the upper.
You call a year Google News Ghana to strengthen cultural, economic, and investment cooperation with Colombia. Alan Tremantin explains why he withdrew from NPP presidential race. Ghana midfielder Thomas Partey faces extended absence following injury. 3 American politicians under fire over $60,000 lavish trip to Ghana. Sasso and George Afriyie disqualified from Ghana FA presidential elections. Ghana and Colombia signed MOU to consolidate partnerships. Ghana is committed to clean energy. Energy Minister Ena Ekasa Assembly.
Yanko Yamanone na Yamfa ensemo efiri amanone ba ne bi infamrate for another pay on the Happy Morning Show CNN.com near the HRC. Europe dodged Putin gas bullet but still needs cheap energy. Russia hasn't been able to weaponize its gas supply, but Europe's energy is still far from secure. Russian missile strikes Ukraine market, killing 17 in one of the worst attacks in month. Other stories near Japan launches X-ray satellite moon sniper lunar lander. Other stories are Oko CNN and Anopaya Bitimi Ehu Akinkaini. The US government is investigating China's breakthrough smartphone. Chinese hack of Microsoft engineer led to breach of US officials' emails, company says. Some of the stories are Oko CNN.com Bitimi Ehu na Wakinkai Eho.
Reuters News. South Africa's business confidence index inches up in third quarter. Survey shows. West Africa Central Bank raises rate following Niger coup. SASO and a South Africa rand falls on power cut. Risk of sentiment. Nigeria gets $14 billion investment pledges from India. Seeks economic pact. South Africa pick World Cup and Sensembi. SASO and what? East Africa force combating Congo violence extended to December. South Africa's Harmony Gold report 2 deaths. SASO and South Africa round stock slip as power cut by its way. Air stories are Ubenya, Reuters News.
BBC.com and OPC, US to arm Ukraine with controversial tank shells. Palestinians set out terms for Saudi-Israeli deal. Court decriminalizes abortion across Mexico. China wants to ban clothes that hurt nations' feelings. Now, security lapse let killer crab walk out of US jail. Mercury Music Prize winner set to be announced. Mexico closer to electing first woman president. Japan joins moon race with successful rocket launch. Oto Asoha or say how AI may be a powerful tool in treating male infertility. People in UK least likely to say work is important. And final story as California moves towards caste discrimination ban. BBC.com.
Safian Saradi Wakasafidi no atohai. Happy morning to no Asukusua Uti no on Happy 98.9 FM, Moti and Kanisim 100.1 FM, Tamale Nisim 95.9 FM Oboga Tanga. We are streaming live on Facebook. A couple of your messages are Modia, but not the Lord say Ebenezer say DVLE, and that's exactly what we were talking about. Say one crowd your 6 and Kebeya and DVLE any 1 full year of a year sensitization and sana one more ashes sadness. But yemfa a year weather report. What Ghana Meteorological Agency one more air catching said the women such some a bit tier ewo omaimo and net day. Also the country is expected to be generally partly cloudy early this morning and becomes mostly sunny from mid-morning as the day progresses. There are also chances of thunderstorms or rains expected over a few places in the middle and northern sectors in the evening. Misty conditions will occur over parts of the middle and coastal sectors. Na said the Ghana Meteorological Agency catching and said, and now no pay the offer Ghana for na if you be kusu kakra anopa the be kusu kakra na ye ko anopa ye kwa wianu de wianu betimi agina so kakra na emu enwumra mu no nsuo ebetimi agugu anase nsuo betimi ato ewo mia bi a ewo ye mfimfini mantemu ne etifidu mantemu no nsuo betimi atoto kakra ewo ho na nsuo no betimi so aye nwenwen anase bepetepete nkitinkiti kakra ewo ye anafo efa emu na temperature enano pay no average 23 degrees Celsius we are no ebehwira kwa akugina 29 degrees Celsius na enwumre so beti akọ around 26 degrees Celsius we ene senior ewiemu sacharaye ensem no ebeye ebraso say ye de social media trends no ebre etiefo ene ayefo.
Your Trent in the more that's Sebonsu, the paramount chief of Mampon Traditional Council na a honum and that's Sebonsu the second. Abba Bontin, Abba to warning Papa Pa Ama Bain say they should not follow in the footsteps of Europeans and Americans and legalize same-sex marriage in Ghana. Nitia wan say sa LGBT nsɛm na ɛkɔ so no aban yɛ ɔte so yɛ ɔnhwɛ ne ho yie na wankɔka sɛ wɔ legalize saa nneɛma no ɔbaa betumi aware ɔbɛrima betumi aware ɔbɛrima obiara obetumi ne akokɔ atwempena ɔmbetumi ne gyamoa aware saa nneɛma no ɔmpɛ ɛwɔ man wɔ mu nti ɔmo nhwɛ ɔmo ho yie paa na waka kyerɛ parliament so sɛ ɔmo make sure sɛ adeɛ na ɔmo nim sɛ speaker ɛngye ntomu dada nti ɔsi speaker ɔngyina mu dendendenden make sure sɛ saa ɛyɛ anti-LGBT bill no yɛagye atom a ɛbɛma amanfoɔ ɔmo ntumi nenam Ghana ha ɛnyɛ deɛ ɔmo pɛ ɛwɔ ɛman mu ɛfa no ɛyɛ LGBTQ ho ɛnsɛnsɛm no na yɛ maintaining the sanctity of ɔman culture ɛwɔ mu moma yɛnti asɛm a ɔkae.
We are getting Happy FM 98.9.
City, cut our own culture. Me sit here because of that. I've done what? I've acquired degrees in European universities, like those here we've established. I should throw away our culture we've inherited from time immemorial because of what? Dollars over there. I permit a man to kiss a man and a man to kiss a man and a woman to kiss a man. Please, I don't need to talk about it over here. We are waiting for you, our younger ones. Instantly popularity. When you check that topic in your moot of court, for heaven's sake, don't say that Uganda must be ostracized just because they were bold to have passed a bill into law. Dana, we have ours in parliament. And lo betides those parliamentarians, if they can about it, and emulate what is happening in America. They'll come and meet us in our respective kingdoms.
Comment Abano Ebi Eni. Stephen essay, bravo. Malu essay, well done. Amat Dufie essay, Monekasa, Asante di Asante Piao, doctors talking. If you were my health minister, Ejinidin, because a year, Kwekwa Jimamenu asem ena making. Or say, a idea, a Juma Ebesha on the abandoned La General Hospital redevelopment project. Mobekaya, a year La General Hospital, no muse, to see an enya fit for purpose into your bubu dining in a jury eguye. No muso mobabesi ultra modern hospital. Ama the people of La na ebaye no nafe adeno akansinse me hwa ba be ground zero. Ye hwe wo ho enye yie. Wo a wuntumi nko hospital wo ho. Wo so e wuntumi nkodo efu wo so. Na asase no eda ho na ye de pe na enumu na nsenya ye benya ne ntie so mo de beka agenda 111 project ho a amanfo bi so mo say na sa agenda 111 yi mo wo particular module bi a mo use so mo de si dan no na La General Hospital ne so no plan a mo de buy e de agenda 111 plan si fa wo kwan bia so nti mo be ye ne den eno na minister abase se si ade omani abre pa se mo ba be hye eye edan na se a mo be si La General Hospital no na project ne de controversies bebree na aba ho na so minister say Ghana for mun kama komantum yem na hospital ne de ye besi mama yenti
Shama, we got funding. Unfortunately, something happened. We couldn't continue that way, and we got it stuck there. If you can show us a slide for La, for example, we started working seriously on La, and we still have contractors' material sitting on site. We are now shifting the source of funding. We virtually completed negotiations. We are getting reinforced designs and things like that. And soon, that is why I said, La will come back on stream. This is where we got to. And the contractor is even still on site. Only that funds flow has made it slow down a little bit. But we are shifting the source of funding. And soon, some good work will commence in La. And that will relieve me a lot from the criticisms that I've faced for pulling down La. that was virtually collapsing itself.
Inti asem no ena minister akano ose edan ni de ade a omusi na nsem kakra bi ena ba ho but omo motela no so say prego wa ye friend prego baako pioneer nails omunhu baako kra wo ho omunhu say obi de hama aboso amana komurudu ewo eye la general hospital asase no eso comment e ba no eni Farouk say oh Ghana inti da ben James say like Tyson De La Hoya will not win a fight. Afum Godwin essay, you either win or lose. Hey, sorry, me read different idea wahanum. But your comment no essay. I don't blame him. I blame those listening to him. Joe essay slogan government. Mahama Asafo say Musa only artistic impressions. Your days are numbered. We will kick you off from Flagstaff House like penalty kick. Daniel essay super incompetent president in the history of this country. While Mahama is commissioning project, you are there cutting sword. Dan Slimo essay after sword cutting for the cathedral, we're still waiting to see when the project will commence. If you want to ma kakabo ewo Trent ni mu Raymond Kwadwo Nyamador na eba ne sen eye enra na ye nyina ye tissue yi so na abrantie bia obo boxing oye Ghanaian a friend no Freezy McBones no oye based in the United Kingdom na okwa represent Ghana ewo Olympic Games ewo eye Paris na ehonom no na abrantie Raymond ekaka say ohwe abrantie ne bobri a enye ade obewini medal bia ama Ghana na say amateur boxing there enye takashini gidigidi hey yemfa enye say bia na ade a because of senior Freezy McBones yi ekono ntino ngin this obetumi wini eye medal bia ama eye Ghana na Freezy McBones yi waba Ghana a otumi kra be piemu ewo ye studio hanom ene ohene bampo brenya ebetwetwe nkomo efa ne journey to boxing any baby ofi any ade nyina eho na abrantie koka asem we no na social media for say chai yempene ema won kire wadwen you have no opinion enti ya ma won kasa ene behwe Farouk Tahir say oh Ghana enti da ben James Roxon say like Tyson De La Hoya will not win a fight. Afum Godwin say you either win or lose. Even Muhammad Ali lost fight. Your negativity is so loud. Kelvin Afo say typical Ghana man. First energy is always negative. Happy Solo say the tools have started again. This jandam will not survive. Who made this one a pandit? Until your sister say I know any presenter a pandit. I will bet if you so e kasa. Inti aha ena ye dey trend no ebesi
na voice no me penivim no akukudro me penakukudro Sefah no credit ba ko pe the car sports fund be chimiari transfer but Sefah only medal okay and no your whole prediction Sefah amateur boxing enya na gidigidi 2 points so enya body work so fajai that make sense no your whole prediction no amateur boxer 33 chale mo so mo ye niam ogro ha o transfer why Sefah transfer my voice me penivim no akukudro me penakukudro Sefah no credit ba ko pe the car sports fund be chimiari transfer but Sefah only medal okay and no your whole prediction Sefah amateur boxing enya na gidigidi 2 points so enya body work so fajai that make sense no your whole prediction no amateur boxer 33 chale mo so mo ye niam ogro ha o transfer why Sefah transfer
Happy FM 98.9.
The Mr. Pandit. I'm for some no nyajene.
Say, Yanina, Nyame adom. Fizzy McBones, Omuko Senegal, Omuko qualifiers.
Yeah.
Young Bompire said, Obe qualify. I go Paris 2024. Now I go Kwama Ghana. I will win the medal. Young Bompire. The American.
A video as one.
What I be? Someone penocre. Mon penocre. Into Mudia. Munsom Sana Movanko. Munsom Sana Movanko. Sheba?
You be some sad, Yako.
Me say, amateur boxing. Fight style, no. Olympic style boxing. I know, physical and one day they go Santo Kwano. And I maintain. Sefah, points based. Your ability to jab, your opponent, almost baby. And I score points, no. Sefah, me who McBones fight, me who Danquah. Me who the technique. Me who the fight style. A banner pound for pound, you rate him. A banner boxer, or calculated in the ring, like a Mayweather kind of boxer, unyano. A banner boxer, or a combination of footwork, and the jabs, and the counter punching. They say, be a Crawford, unyano. I don't know which boxer we can.
So that's why he's an amateur.
He's gone pro. What could two professional fights?
Two professional fights.
What could pro? But I'm just saying that.
Professional fights.
Amateur, no. I said that's where you saw him. I wonder who know. I'm just saying that. Sign a fight style. No. If he can use it to win medals for Ghana, we wish him all the best. I don't know. But me who the fight style. And being a boxing pandit all these years. No.
Pandit.
But say, the fight style, the dear.
Yeah, they beat me when
Facebook for Becca session, ban so to one.
Oh, man, the fans.
That's the mediator.
It's the man the fans. But a health minister, Rock, my man, doc, or some country say, la, a year polyclinic, no, Ujurigu, you know. As soon as I bonnet, and then we can buy. Now, as we speak now, there is a contractor with materials on site.
Sefah,
and now, near Bruno.
Oh, no, me say.
Now, why don't you
go? Me na me say omukophobia clear part be na.
Come on, clear part.
Why don't you bro at the end so?
O me nyem won mo.
Let's just say that.
But you see, Sefah, I think say recently no me say it's been added to agenda 111.
Exactly.
Yes.
And so I want to believe say if funds are available the BC hospital no. Funding NMI initial shortcut in our president ko no. Funding in our ambassador. Because now it is a company nanka so to me insure loan no. Enya dia nti ase to me ejuma ma o to me MIS security na no. But I want to believe that the minister can.
Please don't believe it. I want to believe is that somebody is lying somewhere, because you cannot come and tell us that you have shifted the project to Agenda 111 and then now come and tell us that you are sourcing funds elsewhere, now funding them. Why can't you straightforward just come and you insist that Agenda 111 is here now? So Ebekoso. Why would you understand? Why didn't he mention Agenda 111 in this particular?
Because there is a cap money for Agenda 111. So if it is fixed under Agenda 111, the assumption is that the crowd where the people contract and money they acquire.
Exactly. Yeah. But so, apart from that, how does this fit under Agenda 111? Is it solely for funding purposes? Because like General Hospital plan.
Yes.
And how much it will cost. So obviously, it will not cost same as Agenda 111 module project.
No, I think the initial project was around 68 million euros. Initial project,
yes.
If I'm not mistaken. The president got cut short. No, I think it was around 68 million euros. Agenda 111 hospitals, Bakubia, the cost in I think they're about 50, around 15 million.
I'm looking for that.
Ghana cedis. I think it's a bit low. And when the discussions came, I said, under 111. I was asking, say, initial plan the drawings like a year for La General Hospital. Are we going to throw it away? Now you see Agenda 111 now because both hospitals, obiane the capacity any ejuma obetimi aye. And La General Hospital at the time, it was one of the go-to places for pregnant women, especially.
So
Sefah,
it will cost a year 68 million euros for us, as you mentioned.
The initial, the initial La General Hospital.
La General Hospital.
Now Agenda 111 back.
Agenda 111.
So it would mean that if a paper by year Agenda 111 there, it means that the scope will change. Now we change the scope, no so there means that cost no drastically and be reduced. But question a bit say there was a reason why
Thank you.
na ye baby see La General Hospital no
The way
and I see see no. With the Agenda 111 hospital na ye be see no meets that particular need for the people of La. Because that hospital meets the needs of the people of La, Nungwa, Teshi, Tema, you know, all that area ne banya no. Now La General Hospital no home.
Each hospital under Agenda 111 is going to cost us $16.88 million.
Yes.
Dollars.
Yes. So $16 million.
As against 68 million euros.
It means that the scope will be
is
cut
far
drastically.
different. Yeah.
I don't know how minister no church but it's looking likely say they may have to abandon some initial drawing. No? That is if it has to be under Agenda 111. And now say it be a exceptional case under Agenda 111.
That's what I was about saying.
Because Sikawa Agenda 111, it's no the yempe kakra never share initial project na say for the General Hospital.
Which is highly unlikely.
Absolutely.
Which is highly unlikely.
Minister, no, I
because
think
then it would throw the budget of a year Agenda 111 of course.
4 hospitals be and can see what baby no.
Normal caning in album and then they will leave those hospitals. No, normally about see a year La General Hospital.
Say the minister left us with a lot more questions than answers.
Yes.
Nanka so church mu yi na yen the direction omo pese omo de La General Hospital fa. Onongsa he's admitted say he's under pressure. And
of
rightly
course.
so, because
You have to be
the hospital was working. Now, before we broke it down, now Juma, now survey the needs of the people there. Whether structural integrity issues were there or not, no. At least, no, for a certain period here, now 7 go for no. If we were going to break it down, now I can say, my own timelines are, you would finish the project. Now, the people would get back to receive on medical way the bioma. Na anka ese omutumi hwe say almost streamline omo bibie wie omo financial agreement bibia akoso as can I ready the account mu ansa na yebubu whatever
but I
yebubu ansa na
they
babe work is
they have make a crane say because you see
the president ko ema no ko two form
and it looks as if Fati yensua there because if you reja yendwiri ni nyina ngu edwiri baby gu ye ema baby ye adwuma.
Yes.
Because we know it puts pressure on other hospitals and other facilities. Yeah. In this case, say what could jury and what is the nearest health facility people of La and its environs don't beat me use up until time I beat me see omodi. The thinking could have been say then a makeshift because containers are around. Yeah. There are some hospitals that don't use containers and other infrastructure, and brick and mortar, but they have makeshift.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know. There was a time I went to at the Braka Polyclinic, and you happen to see makeshift structures on my those times so that could have been one of the means that me sustaining the delivery of health services for the people in the area whilst we construct the main hospital for the people. We could have done that. Yeah. For how many years? But as to whether there is a contractor on site. With materials. Say if indeed there is a contractor on site, because that's what so that's what we you beat me idea they say mutimi catch say no kra na senya no kra Raymond Tamaso
oh so
Tamaso
where studio time
go
na Sefah what the open sports mo dey and ma me fa won ko
remember
Nyamador na ohene na o ka LGBT asem no me ne gine ho pa
wa feel ohene
who bet me about we now, mammy? No, I like the chief. Sefah, body and mammy.
Sit here, cut our own culture. Me sit here because of that. I've done what? I've acquired degrees in the European universities, like those here we've established. I should throw away our culture we've inherited from time immemorial because of what? Dollars over there. I permit a man to kiss a man and a man to kiss a man and a woman to kiss a man. Please, I don't need to talk about it over here. We are waiting for you, our younger ones, Institute Populari, when you check that topic in your moot of court. For heaven's sake, don't say that Uganda must be ostracized just because they were bold to have passed a bill into law. Dana, we have ours in parliament. And lo betides those parliamentarians, if they can about it, and emulate what is happening in America, they'll come and meet us in our respective kingdoms.
Happy 98.9 FM. And Legion Kwa.
Sefah, you see, this LGBT sensemia yadinam. It is almost looking as if say, yeah, Chichi and I say, we are dragging our feet. We are dragging our feet. Oh, Parliament, yeah, dragging our feet. Kakra, Ebehuan say 2024 aba. Na, ya sisa, other best is buying. You be you. Just say numbers, no best sound Parliament. Dynamics, no best sound. Just say you dragging your feet. Sa na your election year, so that nobody will be blamed for anything. It's almost looking like that. But Sefah, send our henny akai. Your values say your values. Your traditions say your traditions. Sadi yen to me important ba. Sefah, yen to me important ba Ghana. Obi peso yen adia. Obetimi ahye ne kukum aye na adia. Eni ehu enye tan. But sa advocacy no mo peso mo ye. A mo peso mo twen obi aba say you want to justify say sadi na ye into obi anye bi no. Da be ane dey yen so. Sefah, I know there ye Ghana for yen peniso. So hini ni dey waka ni dey. Sefah. Menini adwin pa.
Mon country mo man for.
Oh, there be Sefah. Say na make us say ye nyina ye hu, and it's almost like a band of parliamentarians nankasa. Apart from Sam George, were very vocal in with this campaign. No? I said they are kind of now we are secret advocates against Jumedia. No? That's what I want to believe. I want to believe that they are secret advocates for the promotion of proper way. No, I want to believe say almost silence no, and yes, almost supporting Sam George there, but he be almost on the quiet no, I want to believe so. But Sefah,
on the quiet.
On the quiet, I want to believe that they are against LGBT.
But how do you do advocacy on the quiet?
Oh, and I make us say maybe I'm person camera and microphone be down.
No, but
on the low no, I want to believe so.
No, you can't say camera na say be me down. So how are you doing it on the quiet?
Oh,
how do you advocate for something on the quiet?
Oh, Sefah, say silent advocacy.
Silent
advocacy.
Fati.
How can you do a silent advocacy on LGBTQ plus matters?
Sir, Sam George, he's gone all out. Oh, yeah, loud advocacy against LGBT.
What's the loud advocacy?
They canon. I want to believe strongly. Say, in their ABM share constituency, Nyama, Omo assurance say, at the end of the day, yeah, so in the engine too. I want to believe say it's more no, and I want to believe when they go onto the committee, Omo share say, sa bill way, Omo fine tuning Nyama, input ya kumo hono, idea a promote say, and she share a percent to us as a nation. No, I want to believe that Omo the positive contributions about. Senebea Emrano, bet me agina ye. Sefah, it's a very serious matter. And this MPs, they should know, say, Juma not mobile be no. They are not doing it for me and you, Sefah, today. They are not doing it for Mwankasa today. But for the future of your children, no, they have to do this thing for us, Ghana for. Sefah, for the future of your mba, I saw to me boy with this bill. Anna, unjintu. Sefah, yeah, yo. Sefah bibi aye drew no. Me anya na obi ba be catch me say obi introduce me to Sadia no. Otima say anya na obi ba be catch Fati say I'm going to introduce you. And Sefah, you understand what I'm saying? But the gullible ones who are growing omunyan form your madwe no and their targets no.
I think so one critical question I am beside and say the people or the emphasis on more human in your montunche. But as we speak now, we don't know their stance on the matter. No? Do they have principles or hold on to? Do they really uphold our culture as is and as it is? Because I'm asking this because and you're representing a core group of individuals. About 90%, as even 100%. But LGBTQI plus in the KK was a much so cry. But that's as we speak now. Oko Parliament. Omo kasa ho nipa kuma.
Yes.
And don't bring in Fati, don't come with the silent advocacy because in this case you can't do silent advocacy. Because we are trying to enact a law against their acts. They are doing public advocacy. So how do you tell me somebody who is fighting with somebody who is doing a public advocacy, you telling me that you're doing a silent advocacy?
Sefah,
do they have those principles? Because as we speak now, Uganda did it, and as we speak now, Fati, happyghana.com, Uganda, they are going to execute 2 people.
Hey.
Call happyghana.com.
So,
of course, yeah, sure.
Supposed to serve as a
deterrent to others who plan doing it, and I say, we be our own intention to even do it in Uganda. If you are an LGBTQI advocate, you don't mess up with Uganda.
Sefah, you see, I say sometimes no. You see idea too much. Oh, only book too much. I feel no. To me, you are doing free morals, ni values, ni.
And you know your friend is Siatra.
Yes, Emma Sesiano. Be academic. Sefah, this LGBT argument. What the far academic side? We will catch us. Okay, fine. There's a justification to why people choose their sexual preference. Obviously, the human rights angle beba. Obviously, the interest, any personal choices, any personal decisions beba. Sefah, your corner academic asa. But Sefah, obeka cho say morality needs our values in sense na law. Beba.
Ozi morality.
Obeka cho so.
But we have customs. We have customs and traditions that your constitution say they are not coded, but they are regarded as a
so obeka cho say. They are not coded,
but they are regarded as
but you see, your fan say your norm beer, you do so. Sir? But Obeka saying the law no. Human rights issues, human rights in sense. And no na you do know. Otherwise, this matter, it shouldn't even be out for debate. It shouldn't be out for discussion. And when they say you bill nearby, you should say, okay, who protect you, who protect human rights, who yes, say if I pass it. But you share dear too much, you share dear broso. We have to subject this particular bill to an academic test before the baby say and pass. Sefah, maybe I don't know. But me say things are happening in this town, Sefah. Gay parties to make also. Gay parties, of course, didn't part. Just say, Meku. Bemeku, just say, Omushia party. Hey, Sefah. They are trying so hard to introduce people into the fraternity. Hey, Sefah. The earlier we do something about this thing, the better. Yo.
Drew, many ones so. See a be at to us so. Nim the entra swan cotton cranania pesem in Kuminya. And on a ball mine.
And they know.
Said your kind of
Yanari assassin.
So, almost refia, yeah, almost Tonyum Nekekeno. My Kyle.
Sir, Kennedy see or Bagana or your Ghana president.
Of course,
first week, no. First week, no.
And your first week, because they 20 songs, you have Bob Petrochi, so maybe I have
also first 100 days, no. Just a new president,
and then you monk, and now you're the new
president of Japan. Bonium, sir, a patriotic song, sir.
Okay, President of Japan.
President of Japan. I don't know. President of Japan. They say, oh, say, I don't know, say, Sefah, Munti Bibu. Oh, say, President, who the president, a dear of the president, who he power. Oh, say, Tiedino. I say, President Rawlings. Oh, President Rawlings. Now, President Kwadwo. Oh, J. Kwadwo. Oh, say, we now, President Mills. Oh, President Mahama. Oh, President Kwadwo. Oh, say, oh, dinner your bono. Now, do President of Japan.
President a compre Japan.
Madam. Now, President of Japan.
There be not. Oh, what are you talking?
Tio.
Onipa no onwa tini kromo use ni kromo din. Oko China. Nyanto boase.
Me say president.
Nyanto boase.
E dia de ba. Yeah. Power bi won. Oh, power din mo. Shakufo ado. Shata Mills. Oh, e din no.
Yeah, sports.
Ya boy na say Japan.
Alan Chematin.
Yes, Alan Chematin.
President Chematin.
Kennedy Japan.
Na ya boy na ba Japan. Who say Japan?
Kennedy Japan. Kennedy Japan. President Kennedy Japan. I don't know the uncle.
Who that Tidinu Mahama? No, who that Shadino? Who that? Now, who that Shabaku? Shabaku so Baumia. Oh, who that Shab?
Nothing here trisyllabic. At Japan. Mahama.
They say, oh, Jano Dudu.
W. At Japan. Mahama.
Massa.
At Japan, the uncle.
Umia.
At Japan, the uncle, the two footballers were parked. So at Japan, with the ball, moves the ball. Sefah goes boss.
Yeah, we know now.
All the presidents like we're aspiring for the new patriotic party at the pay. Mummy and Van Chagas and Falcon, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, Uraki.
What's that name?
Japan.
I can't dynamo.
I could tell free any a dynamo. When you have Uncle, we understand, say, a young balloting and run an ankle, a course has been postponed. Ebeka 2. That's your prediction.
Vice President Baumia. And a dynamo.
And then Obin's prediction is Ebeka Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. And I could tell free.
I bet to me possible.
And it's a bit more possible.
Because
anyway.
Sir, if he say I want to be president because I want to lead the MPP. You know?
Yeah, so he will be allowed to lead the MPP so that we can see whether he will become president. Yeah. Yanko for sports. Nyamador.
Yes, sir.
I Kwadwo.
Hey, Sefah, Asemisi. Asemisi. GFA presidential elections.
You disqualify Obi.
Hey.
You will be disqualified.
Hey.
What do you think you are joking?
Sefah, as your opinion is there, or see elections.
Mafia day inside.
I saw your mafia work.
Yeah.
See your opinion.
Yes, your opinion. I say no. So be
na Sefah Danquah. GFA elections committee no. Omo forming from heaven.
And they about earth.
Maybe so. Omo forming from me na ba form ana.
So
omo to ho na na forming elections committee. And I'll be babo me. Mebo. Enti the GFA president and in the EXCO no will have an input into who sits on that committee no mebo.
Yeah.
Ana obiba mebo. Sefah. Na GFA president. Any obia normalization committee time or contesting on a 2 horse race. If any panel baba should be contested, a disqualify no. Now grounds for disqualification no technical. Sefah, and you say, oh, George Free got now, I see George Free, what could do Bonnie and now corruption is Sembi, and I just say FIFA ethics is Semo. Sefah. So George Free, I see, lie. So Sefah, I'll say, the vetting committee cited specific reasons for the disqualification of George Free, including breach of Article 13(2)J of the Ghana Football Association Statutes 2019 and his failure to provide the required number of Football Association members to support his candidature. That's a fact. Sefah Danquah. Asema idea ba no.
Nti George Free is going to mean ko.
This year no, George Free, yaman over 3 days. 3 days so. Say odi appeal beko. Enye sadia. Yini free.
And then what happened?
Ebanisa Kurt Edwin Simeon
Popular acclamation.
Popular acclamation. Yakoya say yeah sa na eko. Kurt be din adebio.
Now that it looks as if anyway.
Sefah, me say Kurt Okreku, if he believes strongly in himself, baby Otino. If he believes strongly, say why ye juma magana football? Sombo. Why ye juma magana footballer? Chese. He's done exceptionally well. I'll be a Gina Tuma. He should be ready for a contest. He should go into a contest and beat George Free squarely. Now you say, football people work to about you say continue to chop with presidency. Now, sir, technical grounds name machination see amude you George Free film no. Sefah, you see, they've put George Free in a position where he will now go into a legal battle with the FA. So if this appeal fails, if he appeals this decision and he fails, he would go the way Osei Kupama went. He will go to CAS. Sefah, and a copium CAS, it won't be integrity issues, any ethical issues to say Pama debut. Statutes now CAS the better. No more funny application. You say, does this application meet the criteria now? Oh, Sefah, what are we doing? So Kato Kreku is afraid of competition. Kato Kreku also competition. Enti ne election committee no. Kato Kreku and the GFA no, or elections committee no. We disqualify George Free. But I thought they said George Free was no competition. And I'll be back. I thought they said George Free was no competition.
But in as much as you're not going to contest in Kwande, you're no competition.
Say elections committee no. Omo anje appeal we antum. Na Kurt ekọ no post da. Sefah, football ne there, baby ebe fa no. Ya nyina ebe hu baby.
Raymond, for update ni brain na okoba na atoa.
Eno na me de aba no.
Itoa so.
Na onim say na Ghana or board there.
Ghana or match, of course.
Ghana or match.
In the Central African Republic.
4 p.m. live commentary. Happy 98.9 FM.
Obi
are making sure.
3:30 per nice yapon.
Na 3:30.
Yeah.
That's an anka na kra also here pa wada be.
That's
na you just sports this from 1 o'clock so at the bar 4. What I say. Now Central African Republic. Almost say Alhamdulillah. Almost say Almost ko Nigeria. Telson Balogun Stadium. Just a na stadium na bobe. Just say fans are back in bulk majority. Almost say na super the Eagles. Almost super Eagles say 1-0. Muntu omu ka, muntu omu dinda. Munko na munko bisa. Central African Republic say bano mo bano. Almost say mo. Ene ade efebe ye motan. De mo kanu no enyame na America. Central African Republic say ne on be make sure say Ghana Afcon yanko bi.
Coach na da.
Yes. Coach no. A very good coach. Very good coach. A friend of Savoy. Raoul Savoy. O say ene. O say anya say omo fa obu omo. But ene. Besi.
O say Erickson.
Yeah, o say Erickson. O say Brony coach. Sefah. O say the boys no. Omo ya wan wade. Now you say na frɛ omo. One nickname. The Wild Beasts of Central African Republic. Ese Ghana for musro.
But how can a wild beast be walking on a desert?
Sefah, ese musro nko for you. Sefah, for Ghana for ese musro Central African Republic for you. Your mama warning. na ɔmo ayɛ bi wɔ Nigeria da yɛhu yɛ yɛn nyinaa te hɔ ɛna saa asɛm no si yɛ ɔmo sɛ ɔmo ba Ghana Kumasi Sports Stadium Babayara Sports Stadium na ɔmo repeat those no Sefah yonko
yɛntoa so
Happy 98.9 FM and our Sugusu Uti Oshare Sudia Oshare live on Facebook. Our social media platforms so now Oshare handle Happy FM page now. Ho and Ajmedi we a chegua, just say media hunsem kakra ebebreti for natural for. Never shall from the Babayara Sports Stadium. The Black Stars of Ghana, omo final training and omo final warm up ahead of crucial Group E qualifying match. Down with him ene. Na Ghana Group E amo 9 points, Angola 8 points. Central African Republic, 7 points, and Madagascar, 2. Madagascar, they away from Mankaza. Angola need just a draw to ensure so we qualify to the AFCON tournament in Cote d'Ivoire next year. Now, Ghana, so there, we just have to avoid defeat against Central Coach, Central African Republic. Because say, hey, I can see a baba boy. My players no, no coach no, only players no bet me a pa. Or say, oh, na, there, Obuoma Ghana. Ghana team ni there or say on him say far better than omu team no. Now as a football nation so there, Ghana a big football nation in Central African Republic. But also football there a beautiful game. Now surprises is your competitions more da. Also I respect your opponents no. But no our confidence. Now I saw what confidence. I saw what GDS and a bear about to me boosting the players no. Now the players no omu person omu through history. Now Ghana there your fan say yeah call supermarkets. Now, Koto Bibi, na qualify for tournament. No, but no coach, I friend Raul Savoy there. I can't see a mobile bono. I quite say, send out Ukako Shia Jesus. And no, and I can see a down with him into a mode and then on my margins on Shia Jesus. I will Agupramano so. And no, and I say my coach, Eddie Tuja.
I know exactly what my players can do too. I am full of respect of Ghana. Of course, they are far better than us, a nation, as a team. But, football is, I think, the most lovely game in the world because every time, every day, your prizes in each country is a competition. That's why it's not about confidence. But first, I respect the opponents. But I have to go to confidence, push my players to be the best tomorrow and try to write the story. That's why maybe for you guys, it's like you're going to the supermarket to qualify. And then I say, for us, it's not like this. It's like when you cross Jesus for the first time. So it's not the same way to pass and to talk with the players. It's not the same way.
Raul Savoy, coach, the wild beasts of the Central African Republic. And and Ghana, they are so Babayara Sports Stadium, 4 p.m. NL kickoff no. Now, I can see the live commentary about Raymond Happy 98.9 FM. Crucial, Chaskele, Ebetina microphone, microphone magician, or the commentary I move him about Brett for I was Ajumedian or so. Now, you free Black Stars camp no, before you be free Black Stars camp no, and I Yanti say, let's call up about Emma Abdul Fatah Shahaku, a branch of Siakan, Emma Leicester City no, a branch no, and penny for friend Sombra, and very replace Joseph Pencil, or team Joseph Pencil, Epic India, Siano coach, a Fatah Shahaku, Sombra, no very replace a branch, and Nina and Sema. If we Black Stars camp up, me de Bremo. Now, if we hold here and Bremo, our GFA elections. Now, and Ghana Football Association elections committee, almost the release of vetting decision at Tuja. Now, Ocean and Shishan at India. Now, almost to make a PMO or vetting, and penny for making sure that decisions are almost taken. Our committee now, almost communicated via email. A command penny for no. Now, send a Nyama Ekeka Air Corner dear. Former Ghana Football Association Vice President George Efiye has been disqualified from this year's Ghana Football Association presidential elections. Now, options to share that on the vetting committee of the Football Association cited specific reasons there, including breach of Article 13(2)J of the Ghana Football Association Statutes 2019. Now, almost say Osanso FALE to provide a required number of Ghana Football Association members to support the candidature. Now, George Efiye has 3 days window to file an appeal against this particular decision. We and the same kakra Efiho eba na decision ejina say dia and the Ket Edwin Simon Okweku ebe contested sa GFA presidential elections sa Sisiano court edit abo atoso no ebe contested sa election no unopposed. We and the same kakra Efiho eba ye de ni bedi echi na ehun bebi ansem ni nyina eda George Free be file appeal and on file appeal ne nyinaa yɛbɛhu baabi a nsɛm no ɛwɔ. Na still on the Ghana Football Association elections no, King Faisal at injunction King Faisal's injunction hearing no against the Ghana Football Association elections no has been postponed again. Now Oshesen and Sem Eko the court hearing the injunction application brought forth by King Faisal against the Ghana Football Association elections no experiencing another delay. Now new date for the hearing no has been scheduled for 19th of September 2023. Now the decision was reached during a virtual court session held on Wednesday, 6th September, with mutual agreement from the legal representatives. Say, Asemno, Omotumi, to Sheda Kakra, Kinvest Alako Piemo or court, Kase, and she said, I'm penning for Edigo Aquamo, say, Omofanto Abano, a reverse position. Now, I say, Omotumi to Aba, ESCO members. Now, Omi, other regional association chairman, Ninyama Ye, and San Omar to Aba, president. No, now, some Omodia Tuja, HSF. She said, I'm penning for their Tuja, so Omi president first, and San Omar Traso. Other executives need there and yet Emra Kwanso. Then you argument King Faisal any logical young cruiser or Muda Koto court in him say Omuntu me share no mundis same way. And Tinina a young command Echegua ye the anybody na the updates a bet here for Nashville 4. And now Ballon d'Or shortlist no EBPMO na Ballon d'Or no this year Jumediano and main events no ceremony never so on 30th of October 2023 our Theatre du Châtelet our Paris. Nina a young command El Cosona and Ramping for a 30-man shortlist edit to Ja. Say players way and now we almost say Ballon d'Or 2023 Abasubodiano, Yan Shomo, na Yan consider Nipa or your best. Na England, Omo Branty, friend Jude Bellingham, Bukayo Saka, Harry Kane, Omunina, Omujin, 7 Manchester City players, so our 30-man shortlist Numa. Ellen Haaland, and now also Ojinimu Dindia or contested Sel Betime Ajisa Abasubodian. According to reports, Ebano. A branch here, a friend Lionel Messi, or no, and I'll be like I say, obey overwhelming favorite to extend the record, obey extending the record no to the 8th Ballon d'Or after so to me a one team Argentina, Mamu winning World Cup no. Now Shessen and Shishiano so at the end of the year. Penny for Bibi, a case, Osha treble winning Manchester City on team where Haaland so a Jinim Dindia, and also a candidate I'll bet to me at this year Ballon d'Or no. Now for the first time in 20 years no, a branch here. I'll see a kind Emma Al Nassr, our friend Cristiano Ronaldo, no, Nidi and PMO or list Wemo. Now, no, a 5-time winner of the Ballon d'Or, or no, Nidi into me in PMO a womb. Now, players are to me a complete 30-man list, no, Omune Josko Vadiol, Manchester City, Jamal Musiala, Andre Onana, Karim Benzema, Mohamed Salah, Bukayo Saka, Kevin De Bruyne, Jude Bellingham, Randall Kolo Muani, Bernardo Silva, Kivicha Kvaratskhelia, Nicolo Barella, Emiliano Martinez, Ruben Diaz, Ellen Haaland, Martin Odegaard, Ilkay Gundogan, Omunina Omudin Ewum Yassine Bono, Julian Alvarez, Vinicius Jr., Rodri, Antoine Griezmann, Lionel Messi, Lautaro Martinez, Robert Lewandowski, Kim Min-jae, Luka Modric, Kylian Mbappe, Harry Kane, and Victor Osimhen. We any 30 players are Omutimi Emekeno into the 30-man shortlist. Emma Ballon d'Or this year. Na Copa Trophy so abe piemu ho eno abasubodi edema best young player of the year. Na osha players abe piemu ho dia Alejandro Balde ejinemo, Jude Bellingham, Eduardo Camavinga, Gavi, Rasmus Højlund, Jamal Musiala, Pedri, Antonio Silva, Xavi Simons, and Al Wali. Omunina omudin abe piemu Emma Copa Trophy abasubodi edema young player. Na abe piemu goalkeepers division so dia the best goalkeeper no Ano Yamano Yashin Trophy, Lev Yashin, and I yatu nidin, yadinidin etu sa trophy way. Now share players and wabi pimu or hodia. Yasin Bono, Ejinemo, Thibaut Courtois, Ederson, Dominic Livakovic, Mike Magnan, Emiliano Martinez, Andre Onana, Aaron Ramsdale, Bryce Samba, and Mark Andre ter Stegen. Omunina omudin abi pimu say nominate omo for the prestigious Ballon d'Or Goalkeepers Award Yasin Trophy. Nina ayon koma ekoso 30th October. Yebehu player any players are omutumi winning abasobodi no. Na if we hold there na be remu e Manchester United camp. Omo branch bako I friend Anthony Nchebia and a Brazil national team omo de two just branch no. Investigation say koso e Sao Paulo into na branch no. Omo yinidi every list num say obesi akan ama Brazil during this international break. We and a Manchester United and omo de two just say they are taking allegations made against the player no seriously. after he was accused of abusing his former girlfriend. Now, Oshe Nsema, Manchester United, the Tuja, almost say Manchester United acknowledges the allegations made against Anthony and notes that the police are conducting inquiries pending further information. The club will be making no further comments. As a club, we are taking this matter seriously with consideration of the impact of these allegations and subsequent reporting will have on survivors of abuse. Nina Ayon Manchester United, they are to almost say, almost train some investigations no ebekoso, but on one case, dear, Omini, Edia 70 year pa. Now, Anthony, Ocean Sema Ekoso, and former girlfriend, Gabriela Cavalin, or say a Brantiano or head Batino, just say, Nema to me, Yano, just say, and fat Mraquamo, or to me, at the Nema Echuchan in San United, so Buboni year pa, Nina Ayon Komo, after Mason Greenwood in San Semno, Sesiana Anthony, also, or see a kind was our right wing, Emma Manchester United, no, or no so, Nehu Akim. Nina Ayon Komo, Echegu, Ewo Abrantiano, a camp, now you're free also dear, now quickly no. Young share games are ebekoso. Ewo qualifiers are a day in him, and any throughout the weekend, any international breakaway. Young share matches are ebekoso and Angola, any Madagascar, Ebesia in Group E. Ghana, any Central African Republic, and so Ebesia. Na Algeria, any Tanzania, so Eddie Ashisha, so Niger, any Uganda, so Eddie Befe. So now Tunisia will be hoping to book their place in this year's tournament when they face Botswana. I can't see no better also or China with Egypt taking on Ethiopia, Burkina Faso playing as Swatini, Mali would play South Sudan. Nina I can't see Ebekoso, Africa continent so. Now Euro qualification so Edginemo and ding and I can't see Ebekoso Euros Ebekoso in 2024. Now I can see the Ashiseso and Kazakhstan versus Finland, Lithuania versus Montenegro, Czech Republic versus Albania, Denmark versus San Marino, France versus Ireland, Netherlands versus Greece, Poland versus Faroe Island, Serbia versus Hungary, now Slovenia, and in Northern Ireland. So, Eddie Ashiseso, we any matches are a shame them say Ebekoso and now if we hold the young room or tennis court no so now you could more tennis court no so dear never could more or flashing meadows and you could more or Corona Park, Queens, New York City, and US Open no Egusua Ekoso ding and now quarter final matches Ekoso. Na say and a result no kopie mu e wo mana femu na Sorona Sestia echi Abayoa ene one Abayoa friend Carolina Muchova ehia na Carolina Muchova make sure say 2 straight sets and to me at the boa brand here or the boa Abayoa sorry I friend Sorona Sestia na 6-0 6-3 and the progress to the semi-finals of this year's competition. Marketa Vondrosova also etina ho e ahwe and Madison Keys from the United States of America channel 6164 to ensure say Madison Keys Raymond or the semi-finals of this year's competition. World number 2 as a Siano WTA rank number 1. Arena Sabalenka and also Abayoa Alfredo King Win Zhang channel 2 straight sets 6-1 6-4 to ensure say also with Raymond our semi-finals of this year's competition. And then I can see no Ebetuaso Coco Golf and Carolina Muchova Ebeshia in the semi-finals. Now Madison Keys and Arena Sabalenka or China Humachi almost the best so Yakopimo or Bema na fem dia. And now a pranty I friend Daniel Medvedev or say or show a wohopa the nipa be wo or to me for shunum etia branty I friend Andrei Rublev a channel 3 straight sets 6-4 6-3 6-4 to ensure say Daniel Medvedev with Remo or semi-finals of this year's US Open. Now Francis Tiafoe also etina ho no ankasa ne krom ni a friend Ben Chilton from the United States of America a channel 3-1 2-6 6-3 6-7 2-6 and a Ben Chilton also the Remo or semi-finals of this year's competition. Now Ahomachinwe and a brand here a friend Carlos Alcaraz also a channel Bobre Yepa or Alexander Zverev a channel 3 straight sets to ensure say also we Remo or semi-finals of this year's competition. Into Osha Kensi a day in India. Now Ben Chilton and Novak Djokovic and Ebeshia in the semi-finals of the competition. Now Daniel Medvedev and Carlos Alcaraz also Omodi Ashiseso our semi-finals of this year's US Open. And I'm a happy morning show sports updates in ABC. Mameka Obium say and Black Stars versus the Wild Beasts of Central African Republic. Ebeshia I see I can see you 4 p.m. at the live commentary about Bremo on Happy 98.9 FM. Yabeda Kakra when we return, the Happy Morning Show continues.
The morning show that brightens your morning with exciting news, great music, great talk, and incisive discussions. This is the Happy Morning Show, Mondays to Fridays on Happy 98.9 FM. Happy FM 98.9.
A bank that supports you, a bank that cares for you. Hand in hand, we stand with you.
To defend, and we'll have some significant achievements which have addressed the concerns of the Ghanaian people. I'm very confident that we're going to the election in 2024 in a good state.
But most there are concerns that the campaign has led to a lot of vitriol and a lot of hostility. What's your concerns about such claims?
I believe at the end of the day, a competitive process, the party will coalesce around the new leader who will then be able to lead us in a unified manner to the election.
Mr. President, please, are you telling the delegates to vote for some aspirants? These are some of the claims. Can you reiterate that point? The last time you cleared that, you are not supporting any aspirant.
If I've cleared it, why are you bringing it up again? You're not convinced.
Some say they are not convinced by the message. They want you to walk the talk.
But at the same time, there are some calling for me to endorse their candidates. There's some who are calling for me to endorse their candidates. I haven't endorsed anybody. The election is not mine. If I had, I would decide it. I don't decide it. It's the delegates in our party that decide it.
Mr. President, Ghanaians say they are not happy with the way conditions are. They are tired. They are suffering.
It's difficult. I'm the first to admit it. I've said it several times. I'm the first to admit it. But at the end of the day, I believe that when the moment comes, the Ghanaians will reflect on who best can get us out of these difficulties and take us to the next thing. That is the new patriotic party.
Thank you so much, Mr. President.
We'll have a good record to defend. And we'll have some significant achievements which have addressed the concerns of the Ghanaian people. I'm very confident that we're going to the election in 2024 in a good state.
But most there are concerns that the campaign has led to a lot of vitriol and a lot of hostility. What's your concerns about such claims?
I believe at the end of the day, a competitive process, the party will coalesce around the new leader who will then be able to lead us in a unified manner to the election.
Mr. President, please, are you telling the delegates to vote for some aspirants? These are some of the claims. Can you reiterate that point? The last time you cleared that, you are not supporting any aspirant.
If I've cleared it, why are you bringing it up again? You're not convinced.
Some say they are not convinced by the message. They want you to walk the talk.
But at the same time, there's some calling for me to endorse their candidates. There's some who are calling for me to endorse their candidates. I haven't endorsed anybody. The election is not mine. If I had, I would decide it. I don't decide it. It's the delegates in our party that decide it.
Mr. President, Ghanaians say they are not happy with the way conditions are. They are tired. They are suffering.
It's difficult. I'm the first to admit it. I've said it several times. I'm the first to admit it. But at the end of the day, I believe that when the moment comes, the Ghanaians will reflect on who best can get us out of these difficulties and take us to the next thing. That is the new patriotic party.
Thank you so much, Mr. President.
We'll have a good record to defend. And we'll have some significant achievements which have addressed the concerns of the Ghanaian people. I'm very confident that we're going to the election in 2024 in a good state.
But most there are concerns that the campaign has led to a lot of vitriol and a lot of hostility. What's your concerns about such claims?
I believe at the end of the day, a competitive process, the party will coalesce around the new leader who will then be able to lead us in a unified manner to the election.
Mr. President, please, are you telling the delegates to vote for some aspirants? These are some of the claims. Can you reiterate that point?
We are set for the elections today, and I'm happy with the security presence here. I'm here to enter inside to see how the Electoral Commission have set the polling center. and we are just hoping for a successful super delegate today. That's what I have to say.
We know that the party has already directed a no form of congress or campaigning or gathering or whatsoever. Are the aspirants going by it?
Oh, inside of that.
Onyane Geria on Kandia Waye on Kai Demo Biara Kwa Bamfamra Happy Morning Show to be on and pay. I've been out of a Casafidina to a chassis from 5:30 a.m. Now, Menka will say a year weekday beer between the hours of 5:30 a.m. and 9 a.m. We are your best companion for the morning. Menka will say, and now to pay. I have an exclusive interview with government spokesperson on security and governance. Ura Pelgrave Boache Danquah. Wono any a year with special guest and a permanent and a lot of issues. Security issues within the West African sub-region. We're talking about Kusa, SCA, in Niger, in Mali, in Burkina Faso. As we speak now, what oh my Ghana, because at the point in time, the defense minister said, Ghana, if indeed we have activated the ECOWAS standby force, Ghana was ready, and as Ghana is ever ready to commit forces to it. We'll have a conversation around that. Also, a conversation around the leaked tape and the Parliament Ad Hoc Committee's work. Jumedia Parliament Ad Hoc Committee, Woma Dieno, and its implication on the Ghana Police Service itself, and the maintenance of peace, order, and security within Ghana. Also, my guest has the ambition to become the parliamentary candidate and subsequently the member of parliament for the people of Ebuakwa North constituency in the eastern region. So I will urge you to stick and stay with me this morning on the Happy Morning Show. There are business tips. I will say Utimi Efana the Bow Bra. Intiene and Ano Pay the Anama Fama Way. Namadema Wanameka will say on the 9th of September 2023 at Ayalulu Bus Terminal. Blood donation initiative BF Brewo in collaboration with the Ghana Blood Service and a 37 military hospital, Happy FM and Downwell Insurance. The ASR event no Brewo into Wadaruma Mr. Robert me do babe don ASR Jumedi said ya beya you bet me anya moja near dia kwakugu your blood bank because a brebi a twemu no na your blood bank for babe catcher says a moja na air short Ghana for no one ye shedam pese betwi moja dia go we dia Mr. Mo a die mu ansa dansa yam umi nyina fa ye ho hye dwumadie mu na ye nyina ye nim da bia e bia ye ho beka adwa mu anase ye ho betre yen a e be hia moja kakra e dia ma ye ho anase ye de be ma yabusuafo bi ama ajiwo mo nkwa Mr. Kai 9th of September 2023 at Ayalo Bus Terminal Kimbu and Crancrudium and a Happy FM and Downwell Insurance at the blood donation exercise Ebrewo. Avoid banking on public Wi-Fi. Avoid banking on public wireless fidelity Wi-Fi. Mr. Because when you go onto the internet, whatever you do, you leave imprint. Ujai imprint. If a public inquiry, it is easily accessible by almost those who are into IT need account, they can hack into your information. A public Wi-Fi na home quadia. Please don't transact businesses. Don't do any banking transaction without a public Wi-Fi because it is not safe. It is not safe and secure. esan se obia betimi abawura mu bi obia betimi abawura mu bi ntimi srew we momien fanto yetirim se de ebe ya ye ko mia bebre so a wifi we password ni so obehwa na dimrika gidigidi rudu na transactional business e wo so no misrewa hwe ho ye ebra so so betimi afre no abadwumadi ni so Ghana kasamre na dru so ni try to tell 0555 657 278 a number obetimi afre no abadwumadi ni so
Happy FM 98.9. Happy FM 98.9.
Number ni 0555 657 278 yanko ofra no try to tell Eddie Amaya good morning odini ba afre for Adarama
Onmonyamfo Sefah Danquah
Abai Abobi yanko tell
na wuti sano pay
Padum na so
nyame adum we de o si tew ntimi nchekura ejaba ade atu alankas ye papa alankas ni de ye mani yako se de ndo anami gusu bodero na so tiemi a omomodi anti amanyokuo na yen hwese ye nyina ye batumi aba beboa no ma na ni so ade hunu na be mu a na de ye mi yawo ye papa alankas hunu e trap ananado trap na one man ni anda ho a wa ba beto trap nim it's an appointment a man now na ni political ambition no eba na wiye because we share amanyoku a MPP any nanado amemu omudi abura Ghana fo a obi eni wo betimi di ne sesi ne busa amemu we di ekoyie enti na yade a nipa yade ni bebe bia no yade a oba be ko opposition na wakwa posiesie party no na party ni siesie susu die enkofa ye papa ba omiaso because on kasa no party ni mu kasa no wama ni predecessor man titemu aba party ni mu a ene MPP amanyoku a ufo be hihye no waba be dwiri ni nyina egu
aban me dase se wonso ofrey na wo kire wadwene e wo dwumadi ni so ena no pay 0555 657 278 e number bit my friend no ba dwumadi ni so good morning wa odini ba bia frefri ntwa tell yanko
good morning Mr. Raymond
yes sir
Pastor Bright me America Safra Busuka
Bright yanko
none of Yankopon in shall be no count on by any Ajana wow for assemblyman Mr. Ewa Tommy area
Bright yen twa tell unza no pay nya advert e wiade ya memo akonya
Mpacho you me that I am the pass and none of na mo din komo efa la general hospital me first one me wo no la general hospital until la general hospital na aban we eko bubu ye no na me ti wona me dwenwa me ntia se omampeni akufo ado ebe tinya ko bubu la general hospital na egu ebe si enne oko ha foundation kura no omuntu last week Sunday no ana me call ekoshe omunye dwuma bia wo hono ena aba omampeni akufo ado kai se wakobubu la general hospital edi egu a anka yeso okoshe se hospital na me ko bubu ye no ye si hospital no eti amala afo ana uji nkura unti ase abai we ba mu na mo bebe trefe a amafo eye djuma wo hono edi show mu yiri no omumba abai we ba wa bebubu trefe negu abibia nkoso bans we be good bans ewo mamu ama amafo eye djuma wo hono omunne tifi ebi mu kura afa mu ewu nti abai we ba mu no wan bebua Ghana for na 2024 enche ebeso Ghana for mu fa mu jide na enche John Dramani Mahama ene ndis mu
that's it Bright say onso free a free aboso kan 0555 657 278 number be free na obadwani Ghana kasa ebre na adruson good morning wa how dini be bia frefi good morning udini be bia frefi
oh morning ni kweti ni yes
eja usimpacho nyango pado miyanko wadarama
ida mno kasa se yama ntia agana na tauna ntia otoni years wo ba sisa drive license hey Musa Meka was a last 1972 at Champon time. The only could be and defend on look at how they
Mekai.
Yes, Kufoba of the 2 times. Another one was changing 2 times. Second one was changing years. One card, no, okay. Because they are the sister driving license. Me, a bit yes, the whole Ghana. A drop of food doors to be a driver, Bukina, so call station when we can. One driver for when we can, but we could lances. Young man, sister, but you sister Ghana. Hey, now that was airport for us study. Young Accra airport, young Kutupa airport, Kumasi airport, Kamali airport, Kapradi airport, and then capital town is airport Kutuka. Well, since I'm in the because it's not realize it's accident to the time now.
Mate, Ejosu, Mamma was say offering now, so Ochre Wajuni Ojumedi, so happy 98.9 FM was a good so you know, happy morning show between the hours of 5:30 and 9 a.m. Ghana Casabrina Drews on 0555 657 278 and number between my friend Ojumedi. Good morning, Udini Baby Afrifi.
Good morning, Brother.
Yes, sir, Simon.
Abowe.
Nyango Pandum now, swear.
About another my way. I can't another way to send me.
Me and you.
Yo, Rafa, may come out and say no power, no more discuss about your Nazis before or more so, my no more much. Fata say or Monko. Though a woman say, or mine, we are here and next before. Now, or more boy, a woman. By Fata say or Monko. Yen be say, I can't dear. Omu here, Omu be ye, Jumano. Omu provide ya Moana. No more provide ya Momupua. Omu Ketia ye saying. Economy ye saying. Tiani a 1,000. That 1,000 will be the Oti, ni car or Fuba, ni Niama auto market. That 1,000 as soon as. It is on now in the name of Ghana, na that in the Mabe blame me say one more brand to our Momana. It is or more Nyamiadum, no matter your mom school fees. Now, a quaint dear no Mukabu, Jack or Bomubra, or Munko, with us.
Mr. Medasi said, offering now, trying to tell Eddie MI 0555 657 278 and number so between my friend about you. It's good morning, Udini Baby Afrifi.
Because I feel Tabralaji.
Mala meeting patch me to you.
That's Wapum. Wapum.
Also, my phone.
Missy Wapum.
Oh, Mapumi. Now, if you so come, Mapumi, Nanka, also, Sefah, or number no Mumosu.
I don't say and yet.
Be 200,000.
One car say and yet, Missy Wapum and yet.
So busa mapum, so busa me butum dianka, me and yet,
okay, I'm part Mojimu P and Che. Upchende to say, Ubutum,
I am Malami meet you.
Therefore, yes, I don't share in my phone now. The brass and you fear Dinami. Now, won't be good in a company. She might. Ratifa, you can't defend if I was seeing I. What and I say no.
Was it?
You can't defend if I was seeing I. What you say you can't, and I said no.
Independence.
In the Fenifa. Nifama, your driver left. Nife, nine. I know.
Na that be namino na me na mudin
into your kind of what
I mean na catch me na experience be first time me na kwesi akom. Yes.
Rasifa. Chingenos ka se me ya devia me dwinu wa na say na me mo bad vet na me simu. O say bibini jimi sevi. Devia na advert e na say no be ma be kesi ko ri ani de be ma kete what you play. Or the play, or the
well, I mean, I know bad day.
Mamma come as him. And I be beneath the and I will be my best at the car. Now, what you seven. Ghanaians and as a black city, you're creative. de bia de won na na polishing ya sesa se ne be ya be benefit will be interest ya start driving license within 10 years be 4 times and then ya start sane biom se ne be ya obi siboto be ma sa ka 1 year na ya ba egu nti ye ma obi so opportunity wonu say ya meters ya even meters ya use kura and so e ba contract e so sesa so ya we
almost meters
and so at the pipeline
maybe the obi ama me feel so ba business meters
yeah ya ka say ya ba be check meters no why dia wo dey 40 ya be sesa no omo a ya gigi omo meters bisa say ya be sesa mo bisa say ya be sesa mo je dey nye creative de bia dada na ho na ya bia mo bi no akode wo the one bia be found no agi musika na phone we mo bye
mala mi ma me na wase ma me fa final caller na ye mfa eye Ghana kasamre no emra na wiye good morning udini ba bia frefi
le de ma share wa ha anopai
yes sir
se man share wa ha anopada
onshia mo ha anopada sakura me wa ha
samina ya mitashia no ha ude se yenim bibia ya share o
sakura mate
bibia boko
ya mi adom na so
mami tia mi boss idi malam idi otum sisia Sefah menu ka so minia ya nesu minia o ya nes o yi juma watamali ba o pekwan akọ UK enya misi o pekwan akọ UK mina mika tro o pekwan akọ UK o ye hu process de wo mu se on se obisi o obesity hospital no munya juma ye bebrenu amafo entiase o menu ka sa hospitals na ye wonu idi abeka ho ana asede because de wo ho no amafo aye ho no ma omu ye juma obi mfiru ho asa na waba de bia ye employee ye bisa ye hospitals no ya CCB ama omu ba omu benya bibi aye juma ana asede mi asema mi bisa Ghana mpelifo no because obesi wo hospital se mo use school na mo anya ejuma ebi mo se scan ye di ma na wadi mi si hospital ma o enu na Ghana for si o ye pesa se nurses no mo anu amo akete asu enye enti opportunity bia ombenya ombeko enu na mikacho mi tiba o pekwa ko UK mi na mika o ye ejuma enti na mi ye o watamali o kwa ko mina mikacho enye yesi oko
Sakura, medasi mienfa eye Ghana kasamre no ensi ha na yen twande kakra bia gets to be in the studio and any better come on a lot of issues. He's the spokesperson, government spokesperson on governance and security. The also within the security sector. Ni na yen no better ho enkomo anopai e wodwuma his name say wo eye opepa bi se opese ye fashion designer. Tats Fashion Institute. Some country say Bromaswe na womo a state of the art production laboratory. Womo a teachers a kukudam. Womo a hostel facilities. Ya betimi ababetrem na ya wo courses biti say garment construction for male and female, fashion illustration and designing, textile and designing, leather works, communication skills in English, business management courses. Wouldn't film you know anybody said you ye was short course and so bitimi aye no aye afe baako na mamenka wo se ye wo weekend classes e wo ho e ma wo mo a during the week wo mo ni embre so bitimi akwa akotana baabi asua ade no na se oba na on fees mpo nya se bitimi atua ni nyina prekopa ye bitimi no atena se na ye no aye hihye se de bia bitimi atua wo school fees mesrew hwie kira kwan wo ye awofo anase we obi a wani je ho so be fashion designer o awofo no oba bi pese be fashion designer me say Tats Fashion Institute nko and me kan form Sefah abofra no eko ko abefo tintankese so www.tatsedu.com tatsedu.com and I bet me WhatsApp here na fret number 0503 0209 0094 0503 020094 na any Tats Fashion Institute any enkomosisia. Water is life. Water is life. nti na da bia me catch so so no pa bomodiana bo awake purified drinking water no na ya so ne so krogin amia hunu se efi biara ennimu na yewo eye enidiso bebre yewo 330 milliliters ho 500 milliliters bottle ho yewo 750 milliliters ho eno enso achire no betimi anya 1.5 liters ato ajese yewo size edima obia afei mo amu ofia mo pese munya ye awake purified drinking water ibi esifie na monom enya mu ahoden eno yewo 19 liter jar eno so ho betimi ababeji bi edi akwa kosifia na se office bia wo bia nti biara befa bia no obetimi akura ye awake purified drinking water edi choose awake na o choose awake dia na kyerese abreni nyina no wunya nsu papa edi ko widie mu amanatimi abon ho ban ayi fi akwakohye miamia pi firi widie mu apie no na wo boa afoforo binom so ama mu so wo mu anyankwan sanse se water awake bottle ba ko bia no a yiska kakrato na ye de akọ the National Cardiothoracic Center ewo kolebu na ye de akọ akohwe ayarefo a wo mu so wo mu ho mamenka say awake purified drinking water Kasapra Company Limited ND abai German so mesewa bomodin na friend number na bomodin etu ebi kokoton 0262 35 1251 0262 35 1251 Sankra to Food and Drugs Authority me chere adwumaku a wo hwe yenuane ene yenu semso no wo mo age atom fix my right some country say nei enu hu kwan se o ma ka etimi kokko se isi kwan so na afei o bompintin kwa u di akoniaba eye kwan na wo kosoro na wo bafom na hu kwan kwa befa so betimi atweka ne di akwa kusi eye fitting shop wama eye fitesi etumi edi hu djuma edi ama wo fix my right say nei bra we are going digital ye digital mechanical shopper ye wo eye expert ahodo a wo mu etimi ebeye okaye edi ama wo ye engine tuning, overhauling, body works, oven spraying, air condition services, upholstery works, electrical works, automatic gearbox repairs, maintenance and general servicing for all kind of cars. Now we use special machines in detecting car faults. We give free towing services to our customers. Now umpe we open the afin so wo so car kunya kwensia now the ba now see yenye o car ne ma wo ye ma o car foforo e ma otimi yusu na ye o car ni wi a o de sa car ne de ma wo no aba na aba be fa wankasa o car umpe we na open the hwe kira kwan ye wo ye adjacent to Accra Academy School off Odorko Police Headquarters Article Junction behind the Goyle filling station. Numbers in the fre any nkita ho sisi a 0303 94 48 80 0202 22 76 60 0540 55 60 20 and I bet me akwa be fontin tan kesi www.fixmyrideghana.com. Fix My Ride, we own the finishing. ECG se me monkai se Operation Zero no ayade eguso a ekoso eno na mala medi ene eye Sakura ebuza se amanfo binom meters ya yebeje ye no ase ECG fu we de masomu a se mu tin ya no pe mate Ghana fo binom se modwuma efo binom eba o mu fie a o mu be yu o mu meters se mo hwe no ma ye ne yie anasom de fofora ba be bo ho de ama ebesi ne Ghana fo binom se o mu nsanka o mu meters ya o mu gusu edaso mu nse betimi etu ho anamo animu ya ne di mu muntu eho anamo na emum eye Operation Zero na shasia 11th of July 2023 na ebeko na wie 11th of September 2023 ni nyina ne se the Electricity Company of Ghana enam ena wo mu ye auditing ewo eye wo mu installations ene wo mu meters ho nti se na esi eba fie na meter ne ho atechema ye be kire se ho atechema na ya pefoforo de ama na se wo de car em reflect ye ewo ECG system ne so a amunum ho no ano ye be kire kana wo de no na watimi atua eka no de ama eye ECG ebi nso wa wonim se uye postpaid ya for a brand new, you know, won't go to a bill. Now, as a bill be a my, you know, ECG said, Bomodia, Bria, your office is a hodono. Na any ninkita na yenchero bill no na hwe kwan professor obetua enti we enti no se wokọ ECG offices a obekọ na nipa dodo na nkomo ho betimi ahwe wo no ase swat isanse wo monam eno mu di sa adwumai na sa adwumai enyo mo nkwa na mu die wo security services ekom ho a wo mu di sa adwumai enti wo mo ba no mo bowra ofi a enye se bia ye bone enye bone wo mo ba aba be di dwumai enti mesre aya na wa comporto ho se de be ya pintin anase mentimi ho ase bia ensie mum say no se wok office na open credit ato ada bi tena ofie obetumi ayisu mobile phone yai na wo de ato wo credit wokọ ECG mobile app no so transactions no betumi aye ato credit e de go meter so se de be ya so binya power supply. ECG wishes to state that the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission LI 2413 gives them full access to all their installations. Therefore, customers and the general public are being advised to cooperate with the ECG to carry out their mandate. ECG, help ECG to serve you better. Mamen Kyle, and Kodana Bekwa, Din Kodana Bekusku, Omukusku, dia, drinks back up, and a meeting me account for Diamo, Mr. Wa, Oko Jomonsu, Sia, Ukujum, Moko stores, Moko more than their cake and Honua. Momusa said angel drinks for Hana. Na angel drinks produce the vitality and maintain fluid in normal balance. You're refreshing, invigorating, and exciting. Na Maminka will say, you will more angel cola, you will angel orange, you will angel mango, you will angel peach, you will angel apple lime. Ninyana no ubitmi enye bi ato. Adonko Soft Drinks Beverages Limited. One more enomode angel drinks. Abe German so nei baby biara befa bia no. Eno a eno bia AD en ho dance en kwada fom na empanyi fom. Na emerwane nso omo de bo manum sei ton. Enti misrawo bomodi ana tubi koton numbers ni nie 0244 832286 ana 0507 878668. Angel drinks taste like our day. Baby careful spelling G no on fa ho mehye mu abomodi a fa ho behim se also ye gangalia e wo wa ukrum kasemu a mesrewa bomodi a fa ho bra behim na jumadi na kokoko show o prowess. Baby careful is in collaboration with the Language Center of the University of Ghana, University of Professional Studies rather. Yes it ene no ye the baby careful spelling G ne ba said ye be ya omu munim de e wo mu ukrum kasem no o mbaba be gina no masi akan na yehunu de obetimi adi nkunima na de obetimi adi ni misere so person register bomodin a na WhatsApp and na say friend numbers here me bobo so 0560 700700 and one 0560 700 and 0244 466149. Call Abe Fontaine Tankes so www.babycareful.org. Said Madi, one more ekan why the Abramo Language Center UPSA, City Maker, Honest Workers, Media Partners, happy 98.9 FM. Num super and super ya sonny so and super ya crunching and super baby biara befa be di ho dance back. And opa osori anu abobi ewia udidi anu anumbi enwumre hokoda anu anumbi vena water and American farmer wo enti enei uni vena ewo kamu uni vena ewo fia bomodin nako kotobi Adonko Next Level Premium Energy Drink and American for ediama wo mesrew wo mo ye adwumadene no utiemi atiemi ye mesrew machine kura ye adwuma ebre agese ye de oye kakra kogugu ne mu anza no asan ati asikwanso a wo san di dwuma ne bio enti Adonko Next Level Premium Energy Drink no manenye eye wa hoden ho toso na chese nei no oye adwuma na otoba asempo ase aba na ase gogu de bunta e de kanja na akwa akopɛ Adonko Next Level Premium Energy Drink ni bi na wa bon se guna wa hoden no asan TSP esita na nya adwuma no wodu trihye a na wana se wo yo no saa kama saa nemu ma okokɔ mesrew se woni fie du ngotwe a enkonkoto binom saa nso na ema amafafuro ana amoma nkoda nufo no monhwe no makwa nkoto Adonko Next Level Premium Energy Drink ni bi anom oye sensitive to caffeine hwɛ no ankwankoto bia no ɛna wono ma no bro so a ebenya sunsun so bɔne ɛwɔ ɛyɛ wankasa wo so numbers ni obetimi afrɛ atubi akwa akoton 0204 898698 ana 0592 610998 Adonko Next Level Premium Energy Drink. No limit. Mamenka Sankra Food and Drugs Authority. Womo aje atumo. O pese oko school. Suapon na koko je ntetia ebetimi aboa odachia. Na ene mekanfo Heritage Christian College ede amao. Your courses be to say BSc nursing degree or BBA programs. Your options accounting, marketing, human resource management, banking and finance and business information technology management. Your Bachelor of Science Information Technology, Bachelor of Science Information Security, and a Bachelor of Theology. When you know, your other professional courses for why and also ubit miaba na oba be to say ICA, CIMG, CIHRM, ICM, and media short courses are available at Heritage Christian University. Na yechira wadiana ni yechira said yabe also bit me enya ankra nim dia okwan abefa so bit me abi onwuma ho eso your financial supported amount 1 student 1 laptop na your affordable and flexible fee structure and also obitimi aba na ye new edinkita ho yechira kwan your aman saman behind the Olympic Stadium numbers abitimi afre na on edinkita ho eni 0547 777 731 0547 777 731 and 0202 298 399 0202 298 399 Kwabe Fontin Tankesi so www.hcuc.edu.gh eho okwa yedi nia opese usua anase nia opese okenkan efa Heritage Christian College hu nyina no yedi egu ho abetimi akọ no akwakonkan bi no hu de opese oye Heritage Christian College University training compassionate entrepreneurial leaders. Happy 98.9 FM no so go so uti no jumadi no ye pa ho anope na make pa ho adabe anope morning show Palgrave Boache Danquah Baba Betanasi, government spokesperson on security and governance. Or my special guest anope. We need better to come over. Entry hotel Rachel hotel ba. Uncle one bechasi.
Brighten your morning with good music.
Information,
News, interviews, inspiration, fun, and
education. Your radio just came alive.
Happy 98.9 FM and Danquah.
Yamo biar kwa banfamra happy morning show no so ene anope my guest said yemdi kan kan no wa babetna se deda enti obi besie ye tete abetie no na ne chemu ano no prakonam so ye ne shows ye ntwentwen eso ansa na ye di nkomo no mamema eye owura Palgrave Boache Danquah Akwaba ono ne ye government spokesperson on security and governance eja Akwaba
me da se Sefah ma mi chia na as a studio hono me ba hada
Wabahada.
My first time.
First time about
TV.
TV.
My first time pa na media ba Happy FM. Meda wase. Na mechia wo asechia wetiefo ene wahwefo mu studio hefe pa.
That's it pa tiefo ne ahwefo ejo so. But yenshan come na say and there are a lot of issues within the security space. Yenshan say free Niger and sense somewhere about the ECOWAS heads of state, the decision to activate the ECOWAS standby force by Ghana will contribute troops and logistics to the force if in case Niger Akwako restore democratic rule. We heard the defense minister Ora Niti making a statement say, "Oh, Ghana, we are ready because we are part of ECOWAS. Whatever happens to one country, we should be concerned about that." I mean, are we threatened as a state? We know, sir, security across the West African sub-region has been volatile for a period of time. Are we that threatened as a state?
Sefah, ECOWAS honsem eyade hu hia Emma Ghana buying, especially President Nyamador Danquah. Ghana, yeah, part of ECOWAS since 1970. Just say ya no more ball. Ebusuya ache pa. In Tokwa, it's a sizable part of French ECOWAS. Eya dia eya humti ema yempa. Buying ebo modern representing wo Abuja with all the ECOWAS extraordinary meetings at Tinubu Echeye, which is the president of Nigeria, our chair of ECOWAS. In which the sanctions be brought to 200. Now, one of the extreme sanctions ye the 200 makase wenya abano. Say ye bomodena ye activate the military standby force. Ne wo hone say coup d'etat na yesini nya no with military involvement. Iti nia military for any military for betumi edi nkomo no omo anka so mo hunipa nti ehu won mfaso say yetumi setting up the military standby force. Now so as we look at the military standby force we are not blinded to the diplomatic incommodia as say ye military juntas no edi Endra at a very high profile meeting with ECOWAS commissioner on safety and political affairs, security and political affairs, Ambassador Musa, you need to come extensively, our Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration. Now, in Komodi no be na yedi no, Ebabe Pimu said the dynamics are extremely very different. Now, dynamics are very different in Intino. ECOWAS in its wisdom, bomoding say all 15 members countries na omo kan ECOWAS mo no omo ankasa omo constitution omo dia to honum say owo ho kwan say obedi first term and second term want to mean call a third term no ECOWAS nso fa to omo ho so say omo so the policies be ba say uba be ye member of ECOWAS in terms of ukru ba be ye member and so bomodin say wo constitution no won kasa wo be amended to go for a third term. Inti eno no ECOWAS about the modern year. In fact, even Senegal now they were trying to work on going for a third term, AU chair Makisao. Inti ninya also a redraw in Yaman. Inti try ECOWAS Jumadia odini die. Eyadea ehuhia ema the sub-region of West Africa. Ne wo hone say who say abine bia bono homodin against the threats of terrorism. Now, sound tokwaya AC in terms of destabilizing democratically elected governments, trese omo pese abain bia bomodin eyomu enifi sa terrorism no so ebe focus on coup d'etat no terrorism no enya kwan egusu yomo niema. As I speak to you, Niger omo go through military coup d'etat no. There has been 9 terror attacks since July 26th omo call coup d'etat 9 major attacks. Why? Because abaye wo Niger no eyomweni if terrorists so and omo focusing on making sure say on be reverse back to democratic rule. Me mabomi chimo po ehun say military juntas na ewo West Africa obo seize political power no. Minjin di say wo mo adwemu say omo person mu kro no etumi etumpon. Why do I say so? ECOWAS Emma Niger for a very short term, about 3 months, say omo bomodin na omo reverse it back to constitutional rule. Nigerian injectors say 3 months in Isha.
Yeah.
Now omo pay 36 months, which is equivalent to 3 years. Now my dream who say Samosi Mukrono, nipa no diso President Bazoum on di krono so ye nti mo abana mo pese mo hwese ne ebekọ ne niema mo apɛ prime minister ewo honom ne niema na ECOWAS beboa ma mo etumi reverse back to constitutional rule mo si there be. But let me tell you the mind of the military. The mind of the military, the military is not trained to govern a country. We are fanenia. Inti say unya military so bano be military coup d'etat. The longest and shortest time obey to me I saying it to me a govern is 3 months. Anything more than that is brutality. Tops.
3 months.
Anything more than that is brutality. Because after 3 months, they have run out of ideas. Because training, they didn't train them like that. You train them for combat. And in the wisdom of ECOWAS, these sanctions and ECOWAS was very strong with the sanctions. Say, within the shortest possible time, Niger should reverse back to constitutional rule. Nientia ECOWAS near break with the standby military force, it's for one simple reason. Say, you to me and stop it, Niger, within the shortest possible time to reverse back to constitutional rule now. Naturally, say ultimatum media to on Mali, any Burkina Faso by 2024 to reverse, it is null and void. Now say null and void, it means to say individual countries now military, it take over countries, be more empowered than a military standby force within the sub-region of West Africa. And also, it means that other West African countries military 4 years strong, can overthrow the president. Now, some overthrow presidents now. How safe are we in the continent or even in the sub-region of West Africa? Now, there are a lot of influences from the West, and then also a lot of influences from Algeria. Are part of the ECOWAS bloc in terms of how Mutumi manipulate Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso, but there are a lot of influences. But in the midst of all of this, we have said, we are inviting all the partners because Niger borders to Algeria.
Yeah.
We are inviting all the partners. Say all the partners, even Omo ECOWAS block Brana Yentumi Dinkomo, send a beya, you bet to me salvage the Nigerian situation. For us as a country there, we are very strong and very firm. Say, the military standby force, it would be the last resort. It's as we speak now, military juntas in the Niger, EBMU, ama inkomodie Ashasie Ekoso, the former president of Nigeria, Samini, Eko Honom, Emma Omutumi, Enyomo Edi Nkomo. We are in no doubt in our minds. And I say, make a way so. Say, the people of Niger, a sizable part near Fulanis, and the northern Nigeria, and so a Fulanis. It is going to be very difficult. Say Nigeria would attack their brothers. It's the last resort. You can't say military standby force. A last resort. But you didn't say idea you be do honum. It's as the diplomatic incommodie bebre to 2 honum ashesenia. To me release because sanctions ECOWAS to a very, very biting. You freeze all their assets. ECOWAS freeze all their assets. ECOWAS a closely board the CDB. ECOWAS making sure say all the sanctions is implementable and overseen by member countries across the bloc. It's military standby force in there. Activity by as we speak now, a diplomatic incommodie moody because it's almost BMU any ECOWAS in Penifono Ashasi aid income.
France 24 reported, I think, some days back, and I think the Prime Minister, the military junta, Mr. Zieni, was saying they have not stopped having contact with ECOWAS. So, from what you're saying, there is a belief that there is a possibility we will use the diplomatic approach to deal with whatever it is that is happening in Niger. And so Ghanaians shouldn't be afraid, there will be a possibility. We are contributing forces to the ECOWAS standby force to enter into Niger to restore democratic rule.
Ghanaians should not be afraid at all. Niayebe yusu a lot more diplomatic conversations. Kasa okumba natural science ejuma. Nyabema ntiase ejuma a lot more incommodie. Inti kasa ena yeni Nigerian gentes. In addition to Mali and Burkina Faso gentes, aiding common.
But is it ruffling our further security-wise? I mean, as a country?
Oh, as a country, Ghana security, they are very tight. It's not had any adverse effect on our security. Mami Chechemu. Say, your friend BB internally displaced people.
Yeah.
Say, Okoba, not just say, you are likely to have internally displaced people, like refugees. Bomba refugees they go to the nearest countries. Niger, Ghana, kakra. At least over Mali, Kras, Burkina Faso, and Ghana. It's internally displaced people being honoma migrating easily. About Yemaimu. It's in terms of our borders there, we are very, very safe. Your security so is top notch. I mean, so security chiefs, or meeting, in Accra. It tells you the robustness of our security system. In Ghana there, we are very, very safe. And our eyes are on the terrorists. Very much. Because you see, Yesha and Komodia say with our campaign against terrorism, you can say the desire of terrorists, and yes, their desire is to get to the Gulf of Guinea, Atlantic Ocean. No person call from 9 hours here because how don't be to perpetuating their acts of piracy. So because upon it, definitely the maritime laws, maritime security in Niema, the association on more campaign and another Danquah Kwadwo Ankasa out of 4 vessel ships, the Ghana Navy, as a result of the fight against piracy at the Gulf of Guinea. Your security is in the top notch. There are always conversations. Nyamador might have opportunity or sometimes sitting in some to hear and glean. Ghanaians should not be worried at all or troubled with our security apparatus. Security in the intact.
We'll still talk about security. We've talked about external issues. We'll come back to the Kwadwo with regards to internal security. In somewhere Kwadwo IGP leaked tape as a government spokesperson on security and governance. I'll pick your view on some of these issues, but a quick one from your Selikem Seli will say, good morning, Sefah, please. Even in our country, Ghana, here we are not on top of our security issues. So how more Africa? All these security reasons are based on hunger. Sefah, please talk about Santor Road. I'll talk about Santor Road, but I'll say if the people are hungry in this country, isn't that a security threat?
Sefah, I don't pay me sorry, I mean did it. My name's Reddy Didia. My boss studio Hanum, a committee me ye, and so any security threat. Hunger, you can say people are hungry. A comma, a war Sudan, and our South Sudan, and our Chad. Any other deprived places on the continent of Africa, e bini Ghana. Ghana e komni hano. Ghana e komni hano. The benevolence of the Ghanaian people cry me commendo. That's a found driving who say on kwa hona say obia sebi na adwen emunkana papa okojina baby etonko kwa kokura sebi mano.
Yemanu bi.
Inti so bi kra onya nye 2 sen enya kokonoma. How much more we? I'm a better higher comment deme. I'm we are Miss Macacope Bianum. And I will better hanum out sorry for you, better hanum. We are metuti amawano. The benevolence of the Ghanaian people. And my come and you be iti yaka hunger, near the threats of hunger on security. Ghana is not one of those countries. There are a lot more countries. Hunger is a threat. Are UN humanitarian for Ebahonum? Red Cross Ebahonum, and no na threat. As we speak now, Sefah, Mpacho, when who say UN for Abahasa humanitarian on Bema
the me who's on Bema
when who say Red Cross for Abahasa on Bema
no.
When who say SOS for Abahasa on Bema Into your comma, ye Canadian. Remember, ye painted picture be a picture of gloom. A comni Ghana. Ebi obi tumi akasa ahotre kakra.
Unemployment
there.
Youth unemployment, let's put it that way. Youth unemployment.
Sefah, unemployment is general, whether youth or adult. Reason is that the largest part of a working class of every economy are the young people. Into youth unemployment, I mean, too large. Unemployment is unemployment, whether youth or old, because the categorization of employability of inconforno unye memoir into me employer. Where the 70 will be a few, where the 60 will be a few, where the 50 crowd, why get lucky crowd will be a few. Then you are literally done. Youth unemployment a very, very key issue. But Omampeni Nana Danquah Akufo-Addo, and I don't wish to do politics with this. This is the truth of the matter. Say, or setting up an entrepreneurial nation where every young person, now we are on seed capital with the NEIP program, every young person would have an opportunity, say, obey statue on one ejuma, obey show on one ejuma, say, with a seed capital buying ediamomo. I have not seen, I have not heard, I have not experienced a buying beer waba. Why your president Nana Addo Danquah Akufo-Addo? Hey, into youth unemployment must be tackled. The session will tackle farming. President Nana Addo Danquah Akufo-Addo do the youth unemployment gradually, and are all reducing gradually. Now, me watching Danquah there. I mean, no doubt in my mind. Say structures and systems on Mampeni Nana Addo Danquah Akufo-Addo they are to told. Efa unemployment any the employability of young people no. By the time our Mampeni Nana Addo Danquah Akufo-Addo be any tenor, now the level of skill acquisition, the level of capacity building, the level of training, the level of hands-on jobs, any the level of entrepreneurs, I will marry would be unprecedented.
Yemra few, because and I know that my viewers have questions to ask on this particular matter, but the questions I'll put them to you after we deal with this particular subject matter. The issue having to do with IGP's leaked tape. There have been SMP and ACOSO at the ad hoc committee or Matanasia. They are looking at the veracity of matters being raised in the leaked tape. Let me first and foremost mention your interest on the work of the committee. Any empenyufo makwa they are posturing and somewhere womo akeka and the sort of possible impact a bit mienya on our security and on the Ghana Police Services its operation.
Sefah, Ghana Police Service ewomra the ejuma. Act 350. Police Service Act no. Inyama bebre wo hono ma edi ho nkomo. Ma me hyase. If be the functions of the police, mekan no. Protocol section 1, clause 1, or say, it shall be the duty of the police service to prevent and detect crime, to apprehend offenders, and to maintain public order and the safety of persons and property. Clause 2 of section 1 say, every police officer shall perform such functions as are by law conferred upon a police officer, and shall all lawful orders and directions in respect of the execution of his office which he may receive from his superiors in the police service. Mistake functions. Na mamenko so na menko I think section maybe a 17. FRBB misconduct and unsatisfactory service. Na no mekanu ya me dia ba leak tape no. Men kan be bre. Me hwehwe D of section 17 clause D or say to engage in any activity outside his official duties which is likely to involve him in political controversy, number 1, or to lead to his taking improper advantage of his position in the police service. This is my observation. Sefah, my case is to say there are some institutions we are suffering, including Ghana. Say society bodama. And when I say society bodama, when society becomes insane, there is a few places I see a call for sanity. When society becomes insane, there are a few places we need to go for sanity. Number 1 is so say the 4 arms of government.
Yes.
We look at the executive, the legislative, the judiciary, and the media. Mamifa fifth one in Kahon, which is the security services. When society gets mad, say society bottom. That's a personality. The first place to go to is to the executive. Say society bottom near personality. The second place is to go to the legislative arm of government, which is parliament. Omo no mo shembra. And omo no mo shembra se. So society board am near nti maybe near personality. The third place to go to is the judiciary. So society board am near nti near about the people omo man yetume no. Power belongs to the people. We come to the media. And then finally, when society gets into chaos, now you pay restraining of law and order in the society, we go to the security services.
Yeah.
I am of the objective view. Say none of these various arms of government, including the security services, should be politicized. None. Absolutely none. Majidi say it is an error to try and purport to align and malign anybody who in the interest of the country, person or sum or minor, align the person politically. Let me expand the scope a little bit more. Anytime I ever to Obama man penimbia, you swear in. They swear the president of the republic, not in the name of the political party. No. True or not true? They swear the president in the name of the country called Ghana.
The Republic of Ghana.
That you take an oath of allegiance. For what? The people of Ghana. Inti, omampeni na nado Danquah Akufo-Addo. Ghana for to Abama no, onyonyam nia obu Ghana so. Or your omampeni for the people of Ghana. That's the primus inter pares. Now you're bahonum number 2. Say the judiciary nya when they practice the ethics of law, there shouldn't be any state. I bet to me I said this judge politically influenced and I said politically aligned. In fact, so be a judge cry, it is stated say you must disassociate yourself from society. Unko party, unko wedding. You don't join any committees. You must be detached from society. I didn't know you would have an objective, reasonable mind to judge any issue. In Tubesha, doctor for Papa no a medical doctor, Dr. Wachidanko in any baby call. ENT specialist callable. Doctor for yes, so by area you can never attend to the person. Because you need an objective and a sound mind to be able to do that. I have a very deep concern with the leaked tape. Parliament for
yeah.
I'm sure by this time they are caught off camera. Because it's about 2-3 days in it, we've not heard anything.
Yes.
Some they are caught off camera. It's well good. Some they are caught off camera. Security in 70 bi ho no ma. Se keke bi trewo Sefah. Emetie for tia. Any who can say maybe you are causing fear and panic in society.
Yeah.
Yes. It will cause fear and panic. Mijidi say the IGP, Dr. Ekufu Dampare, Ghana for na manage juma se onye. Omampeni na nado Danquah Akufo-Addo na imra ema no ho kwan say obeyi IGP. Omampeni na nado Danquah Akufo-Addo yi IGP no. When yi IGP say oye MPP ni. Oyi IGP say ombra na ombe som Ghana. Na ombe hwe say Ghana gebenya law and order. And that the police service will be visible, will be respected, it will be moved away from the old traditional way of doing policing. And until Omampeni Nana Danquah Akufo-Addo has retooled the police service. You can see motorbikes, you can see vehicles, you can see crashes to the extent of Omampeni Nana Danquah Akufo-Addo as setting up an entire camera system in every single region in this country. Into red light in more. You chill straight. There's no amount of bribe you can give to a policeman.
But some of the police are still taking bribes.
Oh, Mpacho.
Some.
Mpacho yo, Mati.
No, I've seen it.
Me Mpacho yo, Mati.
Some of me use to
Mati. No problem. But the sanity and the screening of the police, you know, is very, very important. Almost the main issue, and it's a Commander Sari, a lobbyist, and they Alex Mensah, Bugri na Buchifo. say omo lobby no be IGP.
Mm.
To be honest, I know lobbying is everywhere. But yen to me bu mine is Sefah, I should say me say wo tran wo baby. Na obi hu say wo ye dwuma pa no be frɛ wo say bra na besom. You shouldn't go and lobby. Me, the first time I heard of lobby is when I buy ato abewie near si go and lobby. I say lobby for what? That's the literal truth. Lobby for what? Meaning say lobbying is part of politics. But I think say wunjuma we should be the lobbying litmus test. No be doing what dance here. Now your friend will be so pa na say won't pay. That's how we must boo or we are following very keenly. The leaked tape. Mijidi say onyonyem ni miankasa me wofa penny Honorable Atachia, Samuel Atachia.
For him, he's doing a good job on the committee.
Mijidi ye pa say obe bod hu adwuma kama ama ye hu no kre wo mu nya, and then also use that to advise ourselves. There's discipline in the security services. Intianeme is very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate.
It goes contrary to the principle of discipline within the
It goes contrary to the Police Act 350. Even almost Section 17 talks about misconduct and inappropriate behavior. Now, what's your police uniform? And you want to be political. I think, say, you are not helping anybody.
But for example, COP Mensah is not running away from the fact that you're political. On Waka, where he stands and he's unwilling to dissociate himself from the statement that he made. He still stands by some of the statements. For example, he's a UP, he's an NPP, he's a politician. And even when asked by the committee, also it's not wrong being a politician and being a police officer.
Mate, the committee will decide on it. I think, say, Obia has an opinion, and Obia also has a right of free association of a political party. So if I were here, we will join the NDC, CPP, PNC, PPP. Party crying to me by it's not a problem. But Nyaye can say, and fa we juma we yema abaino, and answer or mino, we juma yema or mino, and fair no, and find your orientation from your political party. And no whom common ayedino. Inti, well, and then a problem. I mean, yen where all the battle lines are. But Sasembi, like I said, when society gets mad,
where do we go to?
Where do we go to? So it's a paper I've written. One day I'll share it across. But when society gets mad and we go somewhere, I see a co baby I won't me again. Now some me watching and coming. Some na some me policeman. No catch him so young people need to me some watching me. And I don't need that.
Obi say where to a wise is in the north. Obviously, my police for Makwaku Romwa, and I think that you said it right. They are serving the state, and they are not serving any political party. In as much as you're a police officer, you are an officer for the Republic of Ghana. You are not an officer for any political party. Happy 90.9 FM, not good so happy morning to my special guest in the studio this morning, Palgrave Boache Danquah. Matese Ebuakwa North. As a tsunami PPCC.
Oh, Sefah, tsunami dear. Maybe I see a Baconia, in America. And near culture say,
Happy 98.9
Colorado Heights, the honor me time say tsunami. But really, what is happening in my constituency? Is that
I'm interested.
Me patrol you medasi. What is happening in my constituency is that the New Patriotic Party, eba bebie, ekwan, ama, omo peso mujina, a representative party no, in the 2024 general election. Na omunya kwenya eko parliament, eko representative parliament no, ero marche bedremu no. Omu ba bebie ama yato muso aba. What does it mean? Sisi aye orphan constituencies.
Yes.
Eho ye constituencies are there are no certain MPs.
Yes.
And as you see, a super delegate congress. Our conference, ye nipa enum or even nine. Omokwako jina in the main congress and conference 4th November. You see, after that, from December, by 1920th, you be nomination forms. Ama places a strongholds of the new patriotic party. So your party ni with the above 18, ufi krom honum, utumi to aba, ubetumi akasa, yes, ubetumi aba no aba befa forms. And no na mesusu ho say, so Nyankopon boa me. No ma me nkwa ma me ahoden a edu ho no ma mekọ na makwa akwa forms ni bi. Na me so makwa akwa pray akonia no. Na ma hwe say delegates for be ya me adoma. Na so me ya me adoma 24th February no mo to abama me as their representative in the 2024 general election. Na me nim say konim die ya me dia na tell say 7 December ye to abana. Na se me nya akwanya na me ba be ye MP for Ebu Akwa na tell say 6th January 2025 no near swear me in the 9th Parliament of the Republic of Ghana. Inti akwenya wo ho ye share constituency executives. Ya tre ya dream wa tro mo say biemu a ye beba. Ya sase any campaign dey start here. So ya sase dey ho tretre. Na dwumadie kakra si ye emma delegates no hu say ye mba ye po we ne ye. Ti ma sase ma ye boreholes bi. My boreholes Otafo Fofiase any Enginesi my dream my ye mutrimu pose me baba be ye close to about 16 boreholes my ye 2 aka 14 me ye ni nya so me di nema be brato to ono public toilets wo Ebuakwan of enya dia ye feye me say every home be a member mo toilet every home one toilet every home be
for the people of Ebuakwan
for the people of Ebuakwan. One home, one toilet. Baby, I'll be near it to me. Now what you try me, I make a walk overwhelmingly.
Facebook,
a friend of walk to serve. Me see Nantiasum. Nanti close to about 27.6 kilometers.
Wow.
Nanti fi Ota for all the way through OCM, every could do it to Chrome.
Wow.
And the numbers were overwhelming. But for me, as a Christian, it was a prayer walk for me. Into kosher videos now, me bought Diana Hamilton, that we have come in the name of Jesus. And when Jesus speaks, heaven listens. Into for me, it was a prayer walk for me, and I was glad. Say, Kofu Bebre, Ebabe Jame Kwai, Emaye Sanya Mano. Nyamedia too onu say, Ebuakwan of Memuwa Bebre, Omuni Ejuma. Me say Nyame Buana somo to me swaba. From March of next year, Ansani Ebekwa to 2024 election, we see the biggest factory in the eastern region. I'm a Ebuakwan of. I'll do it. The biggest factory. My resources are any network, far beyond and above this country. As an me back Roman, I'm a Christian missionary. Now, me a Christian missionary in 78 countries. Me too quite kohonum not once, not twice, not thrice, multiple times. Eko kan yanko pansem. Me bie me email and me catch me call for mo yesi afanenya. I said this is my intent and purpose. And person me sum me chrome for the felicitations and congratulations. I feel yesi afanenya bano. It's overwhelming. Now I've stated say so mo bomodin etu me swaba. I will be a resourceful MP, a very very resourceful MP.
What do you mean by resourceful?
Resourceful. Resources.
It means that there are a lot of members of parliament. Resourceful.
Sefah. So say parliament. Yeah. Now, in the work of the constituency, in Nema constituency in here, is far beyond nya parliament. So yeah, MP are definitely developmental projects. Say about constituency. Yeah, a central government.
No say.
But esan say ufi chrome honum person puntu obano. You must think outside the box to bring more resources. Sana me person metre.
Okay.
Say I would be a resourceful MP. I will not meaningfully depending on central government common fund. Say me de baba be puntu.
Because even now, every single borehole I mean, it cost me $15,000.
Every single borehole?
Yes, it's a mechanized borehole. Mechanized borehole.
$15,000?
Yes. Yes, mechanized borehole. Remember on the contractor nakasa. Mechanized borehole. Borehole amitui, it will last over 300 years. Mechanized borehole. Unkonko jina ho enye huitim debi. Ukuko biye pipe no ne basrada sa 80 meters to the ground. Yeah, hite clean water. Clean water. Purified water.
And how many of them do you want to?
16.
16.
In every like my year 4, my year 2, I got 14. And in the next few weeks, and I'm doing it simultaneously.
Wow. That's before you become a member of parliament.
Debbie, may ye ko say my year 2. Ye kwa ye campaign in me say ansana ye be kwa ko to aba December 2024 no. Na my year 16 in ye. Nti omo mbo ame na February no omo to aba ma me.
But a quick one, because I like data. It was from 2004, 2008, 2012, a year, the fortunes of the party in your constituency. For example, in 2004, you had 62.0% of the vote cast, 59.1% in 2008. 2012, upside Kosro to 60.5%. 2016, 59.2%. And a year in 2020, 53.2% of the total valid vote cast. What do you seek to change with this?
So unim say numbers ya bubo yenya agro na wo fom no. Me pese me nya headline bia. But the essence of my work na me ye no is to revamp the grassroots in the constituency. Sefah election na ye kono a delegated election. Nanka ne pape mu pa me juma dia kamidi no I must fully concentrate on 524 of the delegates on beto abama me. But my desire is not entirely just to focus on the 524 people on beto abama me. My desire is for the entire constituency. Say the new patriotic party in the constituency, the grassroots, omujuma pani omujuma die. This is Nyamador Danquah Kufuor's constituency. President Nyamador Danquah Kufuor. Yes. This is JB Danquah Edu's constituency. It's clearly, you could see, say, the political wiggets of the Buakwa North, the legacies of Mujai, in terms of political participation and the numbers margin with the biggest opposition party, who share the data now. You see, the evidence is there for you to see. But what I've stated is that Buakwa North will continually be a stronghold of the new patriotic party. And me fi Buakwa North, me fi Otafo, me fi Krodia fie, or Chami Dia fie na me fi Abena Jankroma fie, me fi your opposite and fie, eho Otafo, ona me fi. Me nana, me mame, ne wofa, ye me mame, ne mame, ni nuabema, ye friend Aaron of Riata. Or a former Speaker of Parliament. Oko Parliament is your bonum. Former Speaker of Parliament. That's my grand uncle, my grandmother, Nia Bema. I'm a boatemo for Yata Nia Bema. Inti politics no dear. Ya basa ye sum on mine no. Inti for me, say na mekanya my desire is to focus on the entire constituency. Inti me focus on 524 delegates on beto abama me no. Na me focus on the larger one. Na mashabo akache delegates ni se be sremo. And this is a real humble plea, Miss Remo pa, Mosha Mudachi. Miss Remo, na me, I'm a young person.
Matthias,
Memma Moon Yimi, entry form. Essence, Mumma Messuna mo yam you say, and you say no, you're the Beque Dimsa.
But my man was your Pilgrim Watcher Danquah, Ujina, say delegates in a Buakwa North constituency, Beton Swaba, Amanababi Jinamu, say. A parliamentary candidate for the New Patriotic Party going into the 2024 parliamentary and presidential elections. Bergrove, Mamma was
Medasi.
Wabafi, Wakafi.
Medasi. Now she be Mesaba.
Yet radias. Yankwa, Yakasimanumpe, na Yapon, Brantianoa, one no dear. Why not you say, baby, I'm a Fabio Betata, me and Wababe Transi, hey, crash it, Pacho. Edianse. Edia.
Me ba ha boko.
Ediansem.
Me de ru na nam.
De ru be na.
Ai. Me be kai etie fu biem.
Ah.
Say Nyamboa,
Memenda.
Your blood donation drive.
Blood donation, 9th of September 2023. 23. Kimbu. Ayalolo opposite Ayalolo bus terminal.
Oh, Ayalolo bus terminal. Opposite Kimbu.
So we offer Metrimuja. Mimi say Metrimuja. Jude Brabber Trimuja. Of a Moja dear. Of a Trimuja say cream. Asemaba.
So what I can say on any fee for crowns where they
and say you know why she say me from our Trimuja.
There be no biana sabi obetimi atwumuja. But I na ye two am for say.
Yeah.
Omo hwe omodidi emu ye. So be ya obenya mojen bi na watwama afufro. What you say? Meti hwe ya no ya frame say mini pe bi hia moja. Nti my friend chief say onkotwe be ma no. Oko na okay obetwama no. You see the point? Very very important.
Yes, of course.
And kami sa mi nipa no. Watwe emoja ama obida.
Got the card.
Akane or card. Our car are free of charge. You see the point? This is what three moja na. Me ho. Ochina obenya ho mfaso. Anya wo a
ebeyo obusu ni bi. Of Amidasi. Sorry. Upon Jumedian, Happy Sports is next. But now will be our person.
And also, offer cards na sem no so. You say your past donors no, cards no so I am ready.
I am ready. But your past donors no more. Brebi atwa mu ye ne mo edi djuma no mo cards no I am ready. Misrem a Yakopon so want to be ama ha hia yen. E wo Ayalolo bus terminal Yakopon.
Ye person mu nan hia wo hono man. O de man ba han beje card no, man in office.
E ma office. Ye di akwa koja Ayalolo bus terminal honti. Saturday no aba no age. Isaac di ofu ntumuja.
Isaac di otwida o. Obetri.
Ade wo ye first Yehovah doesn't need one.
Say the also Kobe.
Hey, what share now or on worry, Only Nigero, Yedi bro, Yedi first ye bedi bronya, also medium in your bronya, me call Yehovah dancing.
Aye.
Yehovah is also a question, also media, Majai, sorry. I said, what that the passa, who that
now,
yeah. Judah Brown, only Alan say,
Alan,
on Tiapo,
Obibapo, Aquabe Chimbi.
Transfer. Mammy Mobo. What you say? What do you betting? Because Moja Bebre.
Yakubo Saturday. Happy FM, any download insurance. Blood donation initiative near the Bram Srema will be Rana, your more modern chain, Moja Fanko, your blood bank, so they bear. Yebitimi e dia bo mo hu akoka adwama na so moko aye ahochire mo bro mu hia moja nyankopon do ma pepe ene ni dwumadi no ehihase we dey my source Happy Sports is up next breakum this year Jude Debra my pon first half nyankopon do ma wia second half.
Enti program you cry paint be na ebet media paint via me fia ye kama.
Hey, asanto anti wo da so gina ha no mo edwe paint ho. Landlord for, estate for, any tenant for, ya tete mo ka so e de amamo. Your ka paint e ye paint won so bia bedwa so a. Se wo fira 2 kura na, obetimi awa paint wo. Asanto akọ paint ni wo